Sem ebremo ene enwumre non so abo apa ho sima eduonu miensa efri samre ekopim se nondu ebebo ye de agode mu nsem ena ebremo dwumadie edi eda so eye Royal Sports yatena sidie ye de fie nsem ene amanone nsem ena ebremo ewo show no so se ne de bia ye ne ye bedi kan kwa mamfama so ni akwa akohwe ensem ahodo a ekoso ewo ehonom ye de amanone nsem latest one ni nyina no ebe free amanfama so na ye de abremo ewo show no so onim se owrem ewo Europa ya de Europa League matches no eguso a ekoso ye de nyina eho ensem ebe bremo ewo show no so sanso ena matches ni bi ebe koso uko Spain a enwumre ya game ba kwa etodwa no menim se in about 5 minutes time ena game no ebe sha se eye Real Oviedo omo ene Barcelona ena edi ebebuani a game no enya agrokra ye de ho nsem ebebremo ewo show no so nsem bebre ena ye di ebe free amanone edi abremo ewo Royal Sports yi so ye wi a ye beba fie na fe aba behwe efie nsem no nim se weekend yi enye agrokra CAF Champions League any CAF Confederation Cup matches ebe koso na attention ni nyina ewo Asante Kotoko any Gold Stars omu gamer omu bebo ni weekend yi unim se Gold Stars kwa akopim ewo Algeria na omene JSK edi abo ni wey eye CAF Champions League return leg ena koso first leg no Gold Stars etena fie ema JSK ebe show mu 2-0 unim se na yedi tumonim se Gold Stars team no ebi edikan na other contingent no ehon hyehye ye sen ena ete yedi nyina ebe bremo Gold Stars ebetuni aye miracle akwa akwhye JSK eyomu afrumu ana se eye mission impossible ye behwe ehon ensem na afi yedi nyina ede abremo ewo show no so Asante Kotoko ekwa akopiem ewo Nigeria onim se omonso de ne eye CAF Confederation Cup first leg no Kotoko enya win over Kwara omhye Kwara and 9 ema Kwara for etimu miensa na return leg na ebekoso ewo Nigeria no Kotoko supporters no bebrina ewo vim se Asante Kotoko ebekwa akoyi Kwara edi fremu nim se the only thing ewo se Asante Kotoko avoid ewo Nigeria ene se ball anto Asante Kotoko net mu a se Kotoko ebe qualify to the next round of the competition and I say empo se Kotoko ebo draw omo be qualify enti ebe hwe Asante Kotoko omo preparations any omo chances ahead of the game nyame adoma Sunday ebe koso ewo Accra and I say ebe koso ewo Nigeria mum Kotoko omo preparations no saying ena etie da bena team no every Ghana ha akọ Nigeria omo de contingent saying ena eko nyina no enwumre ye bewrem ewa Asante Kotoko omo aso ye na yakọ akohwe nsama hodo a eno nso every wa eba ye bewrem ewo Ivory Coast anase La Côte d'Ivoire onim se eho ena wafun zombie under 17 AFCON qualifies in ekoso Ghana ya bo 2 games na ye last game a ye boy ni host nation Côte d'Ivoire and boy ye lose 3 nyame adoma ochina ye ni Niger under 17 ena edi ebe boy ni ewo yamo sukro 3 p.m. ena game no ebe konso coach I freno ene former Asante Kotoko omu coach Dr. Ogum ene ono ene ye coach edema under 17 team no obetini enya win ama Ghana a qualify to the next round of the competition and ye behwe ehun ensem and what you kopiem ewo Black Meteors o ma so ya efe no aye new appointment and the coaches and the backroom staff omo ba bebo adwuma e de ama Black Meteors team no ye de ehun ensem ebebremo ewo show no so amanfo bebre na ebusa question efa coach a ye friend Desmond Ofe ho ene ono and FM paying for appointing as the head coach of Black Meteors. Ebehwe nyina ehun ensem ewo show no so Ghana Premier League unim se ahase ama ene yabo week 2 nyame adoma weekend yi and week 3 games no ebe koso referees omo behwe ama Ghana Premier League match week 3 no etimi akoso no mpanyinfo apa omo yɛde ɔmo ho nsɛm ɛbɛbrɛw ɛwɔ show no so division 1 unim sɛ weekend yi ɛna ɛhyɛ ase wei ɛyɛ Access Bank division 1 league 2025 ɛna afei 2026 season no ɛbɛhyɛ ase nyame adom a ɔkyena yɛbɛhwɛ matches ahodoɔ a ɛbɛkɔ so from zone 1 zone 2 ɛna afei zone 3 division 1 afei wo expectations ɛne sɛn zone 2 hwan ɛna qualify yɛbɛhwɛ nyinaa ɛho nsɛm ɛwɔ show no sɛ nsɛm no ɛdɔɔso yɛbɛkɔ teams na so yɛ ne akɔ akɔhwɛ preparations a ɔmo ɛyɛ ahead of weekend yi various matches a ɛno nso ɛbɛkɔ so ɛwɔ Ghana Premier League ɛne division 1 nim wobɛtumi ajoin yɛ on Facebook na afei nso wetumi ajoin show no ɛyɛ Otec 102.9 FM oko Facebook a OTEC 102.9 FM anaasɛ YouTube mo a mo follow ɛwɔ YouTube no yes show no ɛyɛ live ɛwɔ YouTube Otec 102.9 FM ɛwɔ YouTube na nso nya show no bi ahwɛ mo fa mo messages no ɛmfamfa 0505225578 0505225578 ɛhɔ ɛna mo de messages nyinaa ɛde ɛfa na yakenkan ɛde amamedin ɛde AWAL MOHAMMED obetumi afrɛ me DEMONZA meeting ɛde ama ye regular host Osei Akoto Kanu yes nyame adom a bibia ɛbɛyɛ fine na afei yɛde show no nyinaa abrɛmo ɛnɛ wonim sɛ Eugene Maradona ayɛ krado ɔde amanɔne nsɛm no ɛbɛbrɛ owia Kofila bi the governor aka nneɔma ni bi yɛ ɛbɛtena sanso ɛna sɛ Scandi aka nneɔma ni nyinaa yɛ ɛnso ɛbɛtena se na afei akabom ɛde dwumadie no ɛde abrɛmo production team no ɛyɛ sikapa ɛna afei Eugene Maradona ɔmo ɛna ayɛ production work na yɛde Thursday's edition of Royal Sports no ɛde ɛbrɛmo in the course of the show nso yɛne mpanyinfo ɛbɛdi nkɔmɔ na afei mmerɛ so a yɛbie lines no ɛde ama mo na mo nso mafrɛ ɛde mo adwenkyerɛ ɛde aba show no so about 7:30 wasugu so a wotie Otec Royal Sports nondu ɛna yɛbɛsɔre so ama the next show no aba abɛtoa so ɛde ama mo nti Eugene Maradona ayɛ krado ɔtenase na ɔde amanɔne nsɛm no ɛde abrɛ nti skapa nso ɛtwa tum live on Facebook on sɛ bibia ɛde dem nti YouTube yes okay YouTube mun hyɛ ɛwɔ YouTube so on Eugene sɛ enumere deɛ yɛ YouTube on
YouTube what say no your Facebook page no
okay
issues kakra ho nti egu so a resolve
okay
nti tie for mo fan che enche ye be san aba back to Facebook ono
ye tie for deɛ ɔmo de ɔmo timu nyɛ deɛ ɔmo de bɛ che so ate ase nti YouTube no ɛyɛ Otec 102.9 FM
yes
Otec 102.9 FM on YouTube na afei nso ɔde o comments no o suggestion ɛne deɛ o pɛ sɛ o ka ɛfa show ni so bia no na ɔde afa so na yakenkan ɛde amamo Eugene Maradona sɛ bia bɔkɔ deɛ why ready on sɛ nwumre wɔ Manchester United story wɔ hɔ
oh yes ebi wɔ hɔ
yɛsɛ man you for no ebedru weekend a ɛyɛ amompɛ yɛ amompɛ kra because weekend ɛyɛ
weekend ni de yebedru ha oyɛ de ya bobo club and answer results in inter
results in inti say un say basana
eno de enu kremum
say utimu nya
de
yebedru weekend
na pressure
e wo so
but say de kakra e faba
okay bibia be fine why nti wo mame mbo onyom ne ma na afi ye ba na odi ensem ni nyina e de abre
anyway yasan asoma Otec 102.9 ye too far apm enkofo encross against bebrena anwumre and also ekoso uram Europa League games are ekoso na ye results said nyama and also esi La Liga games ni bebrena and so egusu ekoso and stories bebra uram clubs going to weekends games ahodo and also bas the stories ni nyina ba amabibia and so etimi akoso kama channels so anwumre Europa League games are ekoso na they say ebi enso abawie ya ebi nso enso egusu a ekos na nwume games a ekos ni sei ene no nso esite channel so say go ahead Eagles omo etifie ema FCSB ene omo ebomo ekabako Europa League ni go ahead Eagles omo nso antimi anti ekane Lille Metropole etifie ese 2 ema Brown enso eti kanemu bako uram England Aston Villa 31 minutes omo se 1 ema Bologna enso antimi anti ekane Ferran Varros etifie about 33 minutes Victoria Pleasant abomo ekabako Ferran Varros so entimi enti ekana Scotland and Rangers amone Genk game no and so egusu ekos obia so entimi ento atna Salzburg etifie amone FC Porto so e dia ban game no ade se emu ademenya de se obia so ato atna game no Uram Stuttgart so and a South Vigo game no egusu ekoso and also obia ento atena FC Utrecht omne Olympic Lyon so e dia bani UEFA Europa League ni man so 32 minutes and ya dey say obia so ato atena Young Boys etifie ama Panathinaikos abomo ekamiensa also ati ekanemu baako a game no egusu ekoso wey Europa League games and also egusu ekoso now rem Spain La Liga games no ebi nso eguso ekos nene Osasuna amene Elche enso e de Benima game no ni nyina ebewie no eye 1-1 Real Oviedo and Barcelona si say 2 minutes and no so abanyade say Real Oviedo omo enhyebi Barcelona enso entimi enhyebi na uram e wonanwe Barcelona team omo so e AC akan against Real Oviedo say and no so esi ete goalkeeper ye friend Garcia ono e da post nim e Barcelona omo Bobokon Eric Garcia and anusu ejina chiro ho edama Barcelona Ronald Araujo enso esi akan Paul Kobasin and Gerard Martin we mo defenders and almost start game no Edema FC Barcelona uram midfielder Pedri and also ejina game ni Marc Casedo and Dani Olmo we and 3 players uram Barca our midfielder also start game no na attack and Rafinha Marcus Rashford and Ferran Torres and start game no and edema Barcelona and asenketo na uram Real Oviedo club na boya your friend Kwesisibo shano so a player edema Real Oviedo and they say uram substitute that boy no else at the bench and Real Oviedo went to me and say game na say else from a Barca Bobo Contway and the games and anyway Europa and also egusu ekoswa enye asanketo ashanon som said Doneka ba mecha kahu bi na anyway yere amana nsem nyina else ebra ashanon som say a Diamond Scientific Bar and Research Clinic and I did Doneka ba mecha no else abegama so ya pema make sure say Donaka no uram herbal shop and as a leading pharmacy shop bia na also wait me apebi ato ebebo ama bema also ubegina so ama niama enso etimi akoso kama bema bi ho ono also ere bani ani na ono also etimi ejem Donaka ni enu bi na open abobo na abo ama bibia enso etimi akoso kama onom ama na boost the immune system ama also niama akoye edama wa otena se from anopa ekosi anwume na yade se usisi yare no Doneka ba mecha no enu bi na ope na also wabobo afi ebeboa ama ubre no nyama enso etimi esisi so kama obetimi akai enyama ententem san eboa ama moja enso edi afrisani e body nim ni nyina Donek heba mecha no eno na ope anom na abo edi juma so enso edi ama afi bema eno se oba also 2 minutes bia no jonso edo pe Donek ni bi na bobo ebeboa etutu ni nyina enso ase edi obi wono man o low libido oni atenkan and also Yareko Obaho, Donekano, and Ubi and American for so Edama, Asem Ketua, Nagana, they said Donekano, so Ashita Urem, Kumasia Urem, Kolinaka, Donekano Onsa, so Ebetimi Akabi, Misty Heba, Osos, Apidank, Dani Heba, Samen Ko, Adia from us Habe, Sman Heba, Obwasifono, Murem, Donekano, Monso Makutubi, Abu Bama Bibia, so Etimi Akwe, Asante Bekwai, a Fojo Heba, and na tonek na monsa so etimi akabitachiman murum abibidrofio na ho a abetam ana okọ na tonek ba mechano onsa enso etimi akabibisa nyame heba udru weneba adese amonso agini dosopo a omo eton capcos boati ansasase na takrade amens agwashedrum Mr. Anson and a class pharmacy amonso agi tonek ni bia amonso eton dunko onofin Teria pharmacy sounds na udu takwa owas and a donekino onsa enso kabitamale doku loku pharmacy wa urem or Charles Heba amane GM bank no opposite sounds na udu keda kwaku amwa drugstore and a donekino onsa enso ebetimi akabna enkran fono murem or kanshi drug lane donekino bebena enso ha obetobi abubo amabibia enso akoso kama repass Heba tenanted capital O2 and a Kens Heba, Honian Oko, not Donekano Onsa, as Etimi Akabina Burem. Sunai, Moko Cap Heba, Mosei Pharmacy, and that's a Green Light Pharmacy, Kwana Donekano, Onsa Enso, Etimi Akabikama, Adias a Diamond, Scientific Heba, and Research Clinic, Omo, and I did the mixture of the moment, Donek Heba Mechano, Enso Abedama Swa, Uko Pebi Abubo, and a Bibia, Enso Etimi Akosukama, Afe Yadebia Ehano, Sano Suse Urem, or Dominase, and a Donek Heba, Mesa, Omoso, a penny for wa, Omugusa Elbergma, Omo clinical amudi infidie ebesi so ama undro ama bibia enso etimi akoso kama yumre frana mbesi na pe donate ni bi baako anase ne dudrom enso etimi etu 0246 72 7677 0246 72 7677 and I say 0249 208252 0249 208252 urem or dominacia amana abroad college no ebenko na doneka ba mecha no kopebi tutu na bi kopebi na to na bibia enso enkoso kama omoka ho na nyume yede amanane nsam no eno so ermana urem or stories and also air fly and you may Europa shano so ya your friend Hugo Kitike or a player at my Liverpool or Bobo National so say EFL Cup gamer Nano Tuesday Liverpool and Southampton and so at a Benny Bueno shall go at my Liverpool now after say Osei go no that's a Bueno in Jersey National so said before say in Jersey no I didn't can at the yellow card or sign in Jersey and another yellow card and so a buyer Bon Eddie red card and so at the field game and no and a room Liverpool or Bobo Konoma yes and you may say Liverpool or club and boy adia a friend say Hugo Ekitike and Nema on also a red card game no yes Liverpool or mon penny for else year pa yes I'm more planning sending 2 weeks wages and now there's I'm also able to me ama Hugo Ekitike when you know a punishment Liverpool almost share and also able to me akọ ama boy and said next time and also enquire sadi any beam yes Liverpool penny for no almost who say there's a Hugo Ekitike said and also etimi started the career Liverpool no niema enso ekoya team no and coach your friend Anslot and that's almost ebehiano na at this time and also akodi red card no yes Liverpool penny for omobo ensara enjo so 2 weeks salary and that's Hugo Ekitike nensa enso entimi enkanana no Saturday and that's urem Old Trafford a gamer and also course Manchester United and Chelsea enso at the Burnley and my game Bury na Man United as two Emma Chelsea also ete Kanu bako na game no bury no and that's urem Chelsea amu boboko na 8 bookings and amonsa also etimi kan channel so amu the 7 yellow cards Emma goalkeeper your friend chances also a red card every game num na you news every English every also aswe eba and that's amonso etimi afine Chelsea amu boboko no £25,000 Chelsea also entry from FA yes Chelsea on the day way omo conduct omo players no and omo technical team said almost conduct omo game no yes FN and also omo ni emnia eka ho and ama FN no Saxon Chelsea omo fine omo £25,000 so omo tria na bibia enso entimi enko so kama enti way fine sir and also a free FN no aso eba yere to no room Arsenal omo defender your friend William Saliba channel so some Madrid bobokono omo guso edin komo we say William Saliba boy ya going forward to Madrid so a campaign no e be to aso esi akan the moment omo any so ebetimi ache na uram enanime the corridors of Arsenal omo bobokono yes enkomodie so eguso a ekoso am positive William Saliba there's an agreement and che bibia so ebetimi possible boy no ebe extended the contract and ama Arsenal omo boboko no na news eba and say 5 years and William Saliba se bibia so etimi ekoya ono so ebe extended and ama Arsenal no ato so esiakan so at the moment wey news free Arsenal omo boboko no so eba na Rio Ngomoha young boy 17 years and also edi o player and man Liverpool omo boboko no ono so so oguso na club no din koma enchem no so ebetimi extended the contract at the Liverpool omo boboko no se Liverpool so table 3 years and so my boy your friend Rio Ngumoha so and also about to also assign no see akan Adama Liverpool Boboko no na Atletico Madrid Boboko no this season let's see a starting league no now results nyema shada enkoye fama omo na uram club no ma boy your friend Julian Alvarez and also a boy hat-trick and Atletico Madrid boboko no nyema so ekoye at the moment no and a coach at Atiko boboko no Diego Simoni or see Julian Alvarez boy no as PM Atiko boboko no or see boy na performance putting it up at Atletico Madrid boboko no ade se eno so esuani na enna kwan boy no efa so enya hat-trick edema Atletico Madrid boboko no ade se ono Diego Simoni boy na abase se enna game boy Spanish La Liga no na emu edem na sisi ne dia kanyina ene se ono coach Diego Simoni and the rest of the team no almost everything apoa na boy your friend there's a Julian Alvarez so the performance no ebegu so asuani no na goals ni bebre na so edema Atletico Madrid boboko no also ube PM club no ma boy no very very happy free Man City ebe PM club no that's nyema nyina enso egusu a ekoye edema Julian Alvarez ntiwei ensema Diego Simoni wakam for Julian Alvarez boy no modern ba on also putting it up at the Atletico Madrid boboko national so Paul Pogba and so a player summer and Osei at AS Monaco boboko na besine on timi ensiakan and from AS Monaco boboko ni nyina no na a match fitness na and also anyhow and from Paul Pogba boboko na good news urem Monaco and Pogba boy no and so aswaya yes enche ayade Pogba so ebetimi aficha asiakan edama AS Monaco so boboko no yes ayade se niema so ekoya enche Pogba so ebetimi return pitch no so no abesiakan so edama Monaco boboko ne so urem training grounds yes Pogba kakra ban niema so esera ekoye edama na enche football fans and Pogba na fans nyano mo so mo be hu se oyebaka o siakan edama AS Monaco boboko way good news if free power boy no and also asya bani di emunchemu enso edema Luka Modric player osiakan edema AC Milan boboko no 2025-2026 yesi uram European League and also ekoso midfielder yadese ono so okrabono na pass progressive bono and so at the kodanima yesi Luka Modric at the age of 40 years ono midfielder or lead top chart no or a midfielder this season saboni ekrano or pass progressive bono and so at the kodanino yesi Luka Modric this season ono and ono so lead chart na nyama nyina enso koye adamado 40 years old man Luka Modric into way news and also every Modric and AC Milan Poboko enso eba na when running a legend at Manchester United Poboko and you may running enso akotin komo enso at for current football and also egusua ekoso wiasem ose enei defenders are almost Europe and wiase nyana AC akano ose enshada enye heavy sa ose enei defenders no very very soft ose enkanem the likes of John Terimo or say Carvalho mo say Usiomo na uno AC akanya ye very tough into oil striker no when enye dina ebe den also ubetimi enya goals into ose enei defenders no eyade se ye soft pa enti eyade se hard ne na ose enei ena ono Rooney senka osi akanya anko ose ogiri se goals a ono onyan e ne career mu no anka obetimi enya more than that esanse enkane na omo esi akan no uksie defender bia ekwan ono so ebetimi e defend ama bibia enso akoso no na emu edene era man strikers by ene no enshara entesa ose football philosophy no ene nyoma bebrena enso etimi asesa e game no wey legend edema Manchester United when win the annual and sama ono so eka ene de emu enchomu no enso edema national so goalkeeper Manchester United esa no ede free Royal Antwerp boy ya friend Sami Lamens annual news free Man United enso aso eba channel so nyame anuma Saturday lunchtime Brentford and Manchester United enso ede boy na news if you Man United corridors eba any so Ruben Amorim and a technical team no yes omoya convinced say boy no ono so ready obetimi asiakan and am Manchester United pobo continue me adoma Saturday Sami Lamen so o Saturday game no and am Manchester United against Brentford man enye wan yes urem e current na boy no obo no wayi yes Sami Lamen dey say nyama nyinam enso ekoya Saturday and also ebetimi starting impose at Manchester United poboko into way any news urem Man United asoya and also if you want to buy the emunchemuno and at Marcus Rashford a player or Bolon at Barcelona poboko na niama also started peken kakan kakra at Rashford or Barcelona poboko na no at for bebrina also ekase season bury at Barcelona almost ready so kweska ama Marcus Rashford ni stay Barcelona no and also etimi aye permanent you see the corridors of Barcelona you see besi enei you see club no omo enyan decide say Marcus Rashford ni 1 year loan Barcelona no and also bury ya also ebetimi assign boy no ama to so esiakan e de amom you see Barcelona omo gusu monitor reform ni situation and the performance obegusu adan edi and ni suban also ebe dan edi club no and no and season no bury ya board and my Barcelona almost ebetimi atena say no decide say Marcus Rashford ni stay Barcelona no also ebetimi aye permanent na boy no atwa so esiakan e de ama club no it way news free Barca poboko no enso eba and ye di emunchemu ni nyina enso eremanwume make fu Polovia Ventures enso e de amount say quality jersey European clubs liga and also egusu ekoso no club bia o support bia no quality jersey no dey say Polovia Ventures so e na okọ na onsa enso etimi aka jersey ase ama bia so etimi akoye oye companies churches individuals na mo per sports we papa Polovia Ventures and American for so edema say okọ na medals there papa trophies captain armband whistles red and yellow cards and for football boots ahodo say Nike say Adidas say Puma and as a brand bia open Polovia Ventures so and okọ na quality no onsa so etimi aka club bia o support say Manchester United, Chelsea, Liverpool, Arsenal, Tottenham, Barcelona, Real Madrid, open quality jerseys rem Polovia Ventures also ebema bi amawase bibia enso etimi akoso kama rem okay o omoni foko bookshop no enso opposite o ko na ni Polovia Ventures enso akobɔ adwuma ama bibia enso etimi akoso kama nwe from number si na from se be nyame adoma ɔkyena onso obetimi place order o ko ya na onsa enso etimi aka o club jersey no anwume o from 0548 508186 0548 and I say 0249 210012 na ni Polovia Ventures in paying for enso etimi edin komo na o quality jersey and I said there say sportswear papa no on sa so etimi aka we said the niema and also etitena channel so boy ya your friend Kobe Manu player at Manchester United Bobo na this season Man United a boy no on said enya minutes Man United Bobo na news eba and so currently so coach your friend Ruben Amorim that's on also the boy no so at a special planner more try boy ya your friend Kobe Manu the performance no nyama enso ebetimi akoso kama na Robin Amorim expectations are on also air and free Kobe Manu hono there's a boy no yesi otimi hit sa target na enche on also a part of Robin Amorim the plans ho Manchester United Bobo Konitwe news and also every Kobe Man boy no aso eba it Man United Bobo Konoma there's a special plan and a Kobe Man there's a team no almost adena toso so boy and the performance nyoma nyina enso ebetimi akoye na Gavi midfielder Edema Barcelona Bobo Kona boy no and the Barca fans ni nyina enye asem there there's a boy no also etimi play 4 to 5 months Gavi enso etimi ensia from Barcelona Bobo Kona and also acquire surgery I successful say no or bekana ne recovery nyama nyina enso etimi akose come to 4 to 5 months there's a Gavi enso etimi ensia kan from Barca Bobo Kona we bad news if you Barcelona Bobo Kona enso eba Olivier Giroud enso a legend there's a former player at France national team no and you also edin komo edama odafa Ousmane Dembele currently and a Ballon d'Or elect and Olivier Giroud and Koma Odi or say there's a Obawa boy your friend Ousmane Dembele abaso say also etimi arena Ballon d'Or na or say Ousmane Dembele story no story or say young player bia also usisono say niama enshara enkoye enso e karema enu kwan say also oma wabamubu or say unya gidie na hard work no also odi adwuma say also obi aka kire no Ousmane Dembele ebrebi ebetru ama boy no Ballon d'Or nensa enso etimi aka anka enya de se ono so ebetimi agye dida o se boy ni potential se de obi ene ho obetimi agye ede fini sam o se Ousmane Dembele very very talented na ade a boy no the beginning of the career na ha no na injuries eno ade ba ko a na ha no boy no enso etimi afa so ne ma we mu nyina enso bounce back ama no so 2025 Ballon d'Or nsa enso etimi aka o se boy no obebọ na baso ye pa na ono ensema oka se onhwe nanim na o make sure se performance ono so last season o down di edema Paris Saint-Germain this season ono so ebetimi aye more ogiri se Ousmane Dembele eto so ebọ no homodiem yade se glories bebrena enso edinanim eno so ebetimi aba wey Olivier Giroud ono so a player say uram MLS na ho eno so esi akan ensema ono so akam Ediafa Ousmane Dembele ho and ede emusam so ede ato on na tio accord so a former player edema Arsenal Bobo ko anwumrei ono so ato tubi edema Manchester United head coach your friend Robin Amorim or say Amorim eba Man United or say ayade say coach no niema any philosophy tinti oka bibia ontie or say Robin Amorim or so are very careful ono ade a wo hu and say Robin Amorim besi ene on said in the first 11 it's Man United elbow and now almost central defenders and then almost there's a player for but next game there's a feature player for or say a idea and no say hard it's Ruben Amorim or Yema as Okoye Edemano Manchester United and you me on training so on also ebetimi enya the first 11 or did say ano ebetimi abwan ama resource or Man United no nensa enso etimi aka wei former Arsenal Chiwakod and sama ono so atoto edema Ruben Amorim anwumre yi ene di emunsam no so edema na La Liga president Javier Tebas anwumre ono so abekasam ede afa boya ye friend Lamine Yamal ya de se Ballon d'Or nensa enso etimi aka eno ena La Liga president Javier Tebas also ono de se ubusanom. The reason why Lamine Yamal nensa enso entimi anka 2025 Ballon d'Or also ono de obeka nyina ne say Lamine Yamal age eno ena entimi ambua boy no ama ono so ensa entimi anka Ballon d'Or no also na ono or expect senka player bi Barcelona na say team no omo projecting for Ballon d'Or na Rafinha enti eyen one say Lamine Yamal at his age 18 years ono any player na Barcelona omo projecting no say Ballon d'Or no omo hwe animu say nensa enso ebetimi aka or say Lamine Yamal ne future no very very bright but Rafinha last season the numbers any goals ni assist oye edema Barcelona na oye one player senka Barcelona projecting ya anko ojiri say Rafinha enso ebetimi a fight for Ballon d'Or no we Javier Tebas oye La Liga president and you mean and sama ono so come ediafa Lamine Yamal no say boy no Copa Trophy waje ediato so 2 times last season Copa Trophy young best player Lamine Yamal enso etimi ejem and this season was sign aje or say boy no they say nyama nyina kyerem say the future no very very brighter or to also bibia so ebetimi akoso kama and you Otec School of Journalism and Communication Studies and I make come for so at the amount say also na odai so nyina say en central jumano ebi and I person ya Hotel School of Journalism and Communication Studies and you may make come for so at the amount channel so say Ghana Education Service and so Asia affiliated to NAPTES into oba no abegentity ama bibia so etimi akose kama na courses in bebrena and oba no abesua newspaper reporting broadcast journalism media law and ethics, public relation, Bania Cho, Senabe companies, Akasia, and corporate institutions. Our Ghana also ubetimi ejinem, Akasa Edamamo, marketing, communication skills, investigative journalism, blogging and vlogging, Nina Oba, Ababisha, graphic design, hosting and presentation, Nina Diemi, Enubi, and Apesosia, a Hotel School of Journalism and Communication Studies, and Oba, na also Obesia, Odian, a Kanu news presentation, and Apesosia, Nina. Bana lectures almost arguing about bill the show trim ama bibia enso etimi akoye na qualification wasi 3 passes ana onsa enso uhia sana onsa enso etimi akako no uhia 3 passes na elective and also 3 passes onsa uhi o the bar also ubetimi abeto forms no to also enso abegentity ama bibia enso etimi akoye mature students 25 years and above mo so mo qualify some bana mo begentity anyway friend number C 0547 823 005 0547 823 005 and that's 0243 842 007 Otec FM ha and a school and so oba no begentity ama bibia so etimi akoso kama nyewie sam DEMONZA yewrem Roberto Di Zerbi say no urem Ligue 1 club ya from Olympique Marseille ho ana panyino ono so head coach edema Marseille omuboboko no na Monday no dey say El Classique no so etimi eba so ema Marseille etina fie eshe one ema Paris Saint-Germain and so entimi ante eno ana Roberto Di Zerbi or say the reason why ono so decide eti ase so obekwa kokochi Olympique Marseille omu boboko ni nyina say also ono oye one manager bia on jintum say they say country bako league bako ayebo they say one club and dominate or say say no onya they say ojitum ni nyina eka ho and ojitum say Olympique Marseille juma no ono so abekwa kwache no make sure say Paris Saint-Germain omo dominance omo so egusua ekrem France no ono so ebetimi abreki also ono onye happy say one club league bim ono so ebe dominate into also na no Monday game e course no na emu ehye into oy happy say the reasons baako ojitum eko coach Marseille no and also etimi ebema ogiram and so etimi awini game no also ono assemble ko this season all can and say Marseille omo poboko no omo ehwe anim say omo so ebetimi a fight for Ligue 1 no na possibly omo so etimi aje esi omo na so otini nya no believe ana ma se omo proboko no omo hia ni nyina enso etimi ekoya league no omo betimi age edi esi omna so na bibia enso etimi akose kama emre no ko ensem no dose pa ba rem ofia stories no bebre na enso ontanwumre yi ya de ensem ni nyina esi na ma gem edi ama DEMONZA na one mpanyifo abetena na stories a eno so aka wachi no omo de emu ensem ni nyina aba abeto aso.
Mapum din in shedensi susa but eduru baby the tenetness ya na show some more so until say with me movie around kakra na we are active inti no mani bi yenchi abusuafo nyina
nse bi wo ho na say at times no nse obi hwe wonim say dia
ohun fi
ko me kra me uso nyumre why fine so or you to attitude wonim kama why fine but ya wo na wonim de ekoso wo widie nim so bi wo ho for the sake of your listeners nti wo say wo ba na obeye adwuma so but wo wi a una unimu wedi no sene eko
ene said ya wo kai machine nipa ba mienu miensa bia omhu mi omsi da bi kofiem se no wankoyi aha mo hweme ni mo a enti bi asudes ye mitri hu ye kakrai na ma uhu no ma ye ai but
ade baako ade baako eba pe yare ni nyina beko se me ana me boa
kremu
unze wo ho fa wo yare but ade bi message bi baako alert baako bi kra timi ma malaria ni ni nyina akọ
sao
ana me boa
edu baby etisa edu baby nso a it doesn't matter how beautiful the alert is okay kan ho astela ya na nkika but me no ya adwen say unya signal bisa na etimi manu masisiye ai
ano say sa me ho fa me ho dodo me dawo ma ye te sound bi o me phone so na me kofa me bi hwe no afi me hu de ye na
yare na tiko
o atiko kra
ene o de ende mze na botom yare enya widi mu yare ni bia
ya be fine
di enche busiafo nyina
da sorry a denya me ase ne abompa ese
sure
onko so mai ahoden ene ahoto
asem na no ai
anwumre nsem bebre ho
yeah
ti ebewura hen yemwurewure mu kakra Europa League matches koso na afem se Barcelona game no koso na yenhwe nsem kakra wo na yemra fie na yembe action ni nyina
yes emze Eugene peso chese
ya shaba sawan
Barcelona da form by go to neo before say me studio na me share the way a game ni si kwa ni ade unse Oviedo ankasa no before match day 6 ya omne Barcelona boy no ma 5 games now out of the 5 games no na omo wini 1 a draw 1 until they had only 4 points out of the 5 games, which is 15 points. Inti na omu position, you know, enshada nye papa. And uze La Liga ni 20 teams. Enable La Liga, but until umunya go against Barcelona, no, now just 4 points, giving them 18th position out of 20 teams. And at home, no, it was expected to say on fight to get something. Anya he krempo no, a point there, on fight for. It was a Ghana full PA follow Oviedo because of Kwesisibo, but unfortunately, and the coach no, he decided to start Sibo from the bench. To one started. I think the coach has other plans near there, but until go nearby, you know. They were fighting, but now Barcelona and the better side. Now, I've told you why Barcelona can't afford to lose this game. And now say, draw cry. Because already, Real Madrid have won 6 games. And they've won all the 6 games. Giving Madrid 18 points out of 18. Now, Barcelona, because draw before the international break against Vallecano Intino. As we speak, omu points no 13. And he say, omu lose this game. What is going to happen is between Barcelona and Real Madrid after first 6 games, no, 13 for Barcelona, 18 for Real Madrid, which is 5 clear points. I don't think say Barcelona for Bepese Ombeko that position, right? And even though Oviedo will fight, but you expect say Hans Flick side, no, with all the materials they have, Ombe fighting for the 3 maximum points. Because so when you have 3 points now, the conversation and the narrative be different altogether. At this time, maybe favor Real Madrid. So what you say? You see, the problem is that Madrid has a new coach. It's like a new project. Our master all together with Alonso. And so checky so far games Alonso abo from Club World Cup never started the season no. In the Champions League, in the La Liga, and every game be our Bubiano. DEMONZA, it's obvious say the manager keeps changing players here and there, or moving players to different positions and all of that. At some point, you can clearly see, say, on said that unsettle yet on the first 11. It will be Crown Alonso because on there only a set of 11 players. Or the ball every single game. It depends on the nature of the game. Okobo and ebe informing the kind of first 11 players are set up for the game ahead. But me okaza me kase me ne almost every good team biana or more project amateur they have a set of 11 players are obin prior and I say bibinsia obvious be 90% or 95% of sa 11 players in the starting. And it's obvious to me say the coach is still putting things together, so best settle on a convincing first 11. This ordinary project to two and see Flick the Noah. Flick the Nakonenim. Yes, as we speak in this game, Lamine Yamal is not there. But DEMONZA, in the absence of Lamine Yamal, Flick a movie Rafinha to the natural position, which is playing from the right wing because you're left-footed. So what you say? You remember at Leeds United, Rafinha Emmo as a number 10 in between the left winger and the right winger. Now Obo as a right winger because you're left-footed. So what you say? But at Barcelona, especially last season, because Lamine Yamal the first choice was that position, which is right wing inti. Now I say Hansi Flick pushing Rafinha call left wing. Oh boy, so well the last time last season in the Champions League. Onyabe say 13 goals. Even in the league, Rafinha last season 18 goals. He played so well. And in this game, Lamine Yamal is not there. But so Hansi Flick first 11 now. You can see say Marcus Rashford and a airball from the left wing and Rafinha pretty from the right wing. In terms of the materials, two coaches need a parody on the day. Barcelona is ahead. Any excuse, not even the absence of Lamine Yamal, because in the absence of Lamine Yamal, they came to play Newcastle in the Champions League. Yes, in the first half, Newcastle played well, so well, more goals, but they couldn't. And eventually, Rashford 2 goals, no. Emma Barcelona in the 3 maximum points. The point is, in the absence of Lamine Yamal, they could come to St. James's Park to beat Newcastle to win a Champions League game. And yet too difficult for them to repeat the same thing against Oviedo. And in the remaining minutes of the first half and even the second half, how Abasabe bounced back. But to say the before I say me about studio, no, one of the best players on the pitch, especially for Barcelona, was Marcus Rashford. And the game, no, na me tie Eugene. Na Eugene story be about Rashford future Barcelona. Na kase it looks like Barca board, ne management, ne technical team, no, ain't decided yet whether Ombefa Rashford permanently. And now say after this season, Ombesa atwasu with him. So following Eugene's story and also following Rashford's performance against Oviedo as at that time, no, not me convinced say the aka a consistency. You say Rashford ni move to Barcelona, no. I've always said say a fine opportunity for him to turn the tables around. And say no bit me tape at turning the tables around that. Now do not be depending on the attitude in particular. Because it's one of the things United foresight against him. Say do baby say on you serious be and all of that. But at least in the last 2 games, Newcastle and then tonight's game against Oviedo, no. Rashford attitude no say a one that clearly say obi person prove a point. Ain't any brand no any kind of seriousness, no. I think we are seeing it from Rashford. Diaka a consistency, and if he's going to play the way he's playing, at least in the last 2 games, me sure say Barca ebi decided say they wouldn't continue with him in terms of performance and because so far I think he's doing well. Say one of the reasons why Barcelona for far Rashford over dependence on Rafinha and Lamine Yamal. Say Rashford in Niwa and then Lamine Yamal in Uya can be affected Barcelona power when it comes to the right wing and the left wing. And I think the guy so far has worked to a certain level. I do hear a consistency and Diakano ebe history. So I think so to say no the future at Barcelona no enya DBB who say after everything also returning to United and also pay a new club and all of that. Who say Rashford and Kasane contract with Manchester United no ebe expire somewhere 2028. So okay, I think in July 2023 and was signing a new contract now. Or Jesus Kachuchri di no you remember Hanti sa 2023 contract no signing ye no and na ebe run out in 2028. Ain't he is still a United player. even after the loan. So Barcelona for and continue with him. I was all returning to Manchester United. Maybe I'll pay a new club, any idea. So, ain't he? I think so far he's doing well. It's unfortunate, even in this game. It's unfortunate, say Oviedo articulate because before say member studio no, not between the two teams. Say also men predictable quite likely so besha. Na come for Barcelona, but I mean. They've proven said they can go down and come back several times. They've shown that. Let's see how it will go. But for Rashford in focus there, I think the performance so far is impressive. Consistency and yapa. So what you say? Now another story, Eugene Hugo Ekitike, and the reports that I hear Liverpool for to me. Ascension no, by deducting the 2 weeks wages. Na DEMONZA just yesterday na me ne Kanu AD Hugo ho asem. So what you say? Ni e bone ho nkomo any ne conduct on the day. Player wunim so yellow card dada. No washe go. Na wasan akoyi Jesse aji another yellow card. And DEMONZA, you see, sometimes say overexcitement neba coaches ni players, they don't think about some of these small details. Any one of the stories are Eugene here say you're fining Chelsea £25,000. Why? Because against Manchester United last weekend, Okika bibia boma yellow cards and red card na Sanchez enya yenwa Chelsea enya 8 cards on the day. But so Premier League for an FNO regulation threshold for cards na wakwaye maybe 5-6 obot utraswa penalties nibi eye fine ya ye ka ho asemi enti edu baby a the number of cards, red cards, yellow cards, club will be players are accumulating. No, ayana who's so what you say. Especially when a player comes into a new league for Liverpool, hit the ground running. As I say, wait me aka say, Ujina baby say or you one of the key players for Anna slot. Now. One Gian that level because Nenia Diabro so he scored inti Okoyi Natari a Jisa card no. I mean it doesn't add up. So you coach, so you club new management a hard to take some of these behaviors from players, even though it happens. So what I say, but in most cases, unyaya nanka players are avoided. But for me, 2 weeks wages nedia I say yeah too much bisa no come here no 1 week bi mpanke ye because already me sure say player na nkasa sisi an obohu say ade no ye na nkoyi sa ono ankasa mpo no the chances of being a starter in the Liverpool first 11 no Akoto line biswa ayede kakra so as I say 80 maybe they have to rethink if reports the Eugene Kaye no cry. I think 1 week be okay, but 2 weeks there now no so even though these guys they can do without 2 weeks wages, but more handle the year send hit player no so hard. So what I say. But as for the signal, club no person almost send it to the player and any other player no they agree. Say at that level, some mistakes we know are avoidable. When you know, say yellow card dada. Now the least mistake be never attract a second yellow card, which is a red card. No, you don't joke with some of these things. And until at the last weekend, United Chelsea. Now man for including Kanu, and making a case for Casemiro. No, I disagreed because Casemiro at level, any experience or knowing very well, say yellow card dada. Na oko tackle Andrew Santos in that manner no. I mean, I thought say he could have done better. Ain't you know, omo en check no man no many years. So what I say? Now Eugene say a story be about heavy Tebas.
Before Eugene story me interest.
Okay, you say Bibi Aboko.
Oh, nyame adom. You see, our ben footballers.
Yeah.
One who talent. Kofi wa so one who be. And my talent ni be ko wasting up there.
Indiscipline. And arrogance, yeah.
Okay. Say anytime be an English player be. Yeah, who know as waste of talent, no. I one word as you overhyped. Yeah, entire no quality as you na onuru hosa and almost so no so peja and no kuduru. But one thing I've seen from the French, and so a more pure talent. But French talent be ko wister. Then you see a high pono. Because player no either indisciplined or lazy. About 2 weeks ago, Nana made discuss Abranti Efreno, Anthony Marshall. Sending entry into the Premier League. And the fashion or the realm. The style of football who you Monaco and San or Debano. A same could baby and Bapi, Genasi say no. Now, who go a kitiki a day or ye? And now, manager no, what we did one hour in interview now. Nebo Fupao. To label it as stupid. Actually, the kind of anger a woman needs. Now, he even went ahead to ask, say, dear boy, in a year, no. Or imagine saying a Champions League final be na 87th minute, no washe winner, and Kawunim de Ankaboy in the bay. There's already pressure on Anna slot. Pressure on the son, say, a Jumana no Befano. This is not the measure Nanki Yin Edebemano on the first season. But you come in your first season, you win the league. There is no margin for error again. And this time, people will expect more from you. Into any league, after the Champions League, you the FA Cup, the League Cup, and people will be expecting a lot from the manager. Unfortunately, for no manager, no, baby, all options, partners, or team manage players in answer and any move. The term you unfortunately say, can manager and car options be blank. But it is also another responsibility on you to make sure, say, either some equal opportunities or obiabenya some level of opportunities be or be satisfied with it. Because play be a ball. Then you get an opportunity. It is a third goal in 5 games. First yellow card na Nkasakwano. Uni start the buy. Ball on what I'm touching. No, dinya first yellow card on sportsman behavior. And then no manager will not be very happy. And now the aware all this say no. The second one is that you score a goal, knowing very well so a yellow card. Then you go and take off the shirts. Then go into a weekend against Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace are in their form of their life after winning the FA Cup and went ahead to even win the Community Shield against Liverpool. Omu winning FA Cup against Man City. Ombe winning Community Shield against Liverpool. And this time, Oliver Glasner team, no, they are playing so well. You must have all your arsenals there. Say, will be available for you. Unfortunately for a French player, I make a mentality as no. Say it is not na Aguero Diano there. You can forgive it in 2012. It is virtually the last kick of the game. It wins the league. But FA Cup, League Cup, ni baby and in ya you quarter final. Africa ni akwe round of 16 draw. Now Koshe go, a player who has played for PSG, went to Frankfurt, and you are now with Liverpool. Now to me manage the small emotions, small emotions. I mean it's small because one, the importance of game now about to Liverpool, no. And said that Liverpool could free more year for Cup and you because a more concentration. In a league, manager ni manage more and Messi already ne words now for the description of the man boy now. it is a manager who sawanye wa mafom kakra obe sacrifice boy no. Because at a point or say you can call it stupid, but I believe it is very stupid. Or describing the player. He went ahead to say, oh no, one more top team, one more this level of games. But what she goes are not important, but one the boy. Truth is that the manager is angered at the end of boy, you know. And some little things where you went to man managing football. Never young players or more talent no BBR, but once a manager decides on so okay, my own boy is Samir Nasri.
Yes, Samir Nasri.
For Man City, one of the finest attacking midfielders in the whole league.
Yes. But
when he had problems there, they decided they will not play him. Even at France national team. Almost outstanding from the team.
Yeah.
No, almost friend of national team. Yeah, who be nanu ya Adrian Rabiot no kwade end there. A indiscipline act keke also on sign extension. You see any tranchen. Born ye ma umobiem.
Yeah.
O contract na so a wo dey work off ba born ye ma ummo. Ebi na atoto ayi Jadon Sancho ne Marcus Rashford is on my final way out of Manchester United. So me a very very on happy about boy and attitude, especially in a league and in a terrain new to you. The media can decide to come out to you with just this one event and answer one idea power and the pressure better manager and so for him to say me 47 years I'm not also on manager no. I am 47. I did not play at this level, but I scored goals. And what is so to me managing emotions in such games? How you play and what do 23 years on shut down course football mudi SS Sabrino. Kwaku nimpa in terms of age on course about football mu 23 years in Akoto. Yeah. Because A be on exception and went man thriving 27 over top level football. And when they didn't or Salah or Cody Gakpo or Viet into options where anyone no Edorson and I will come home. If you make the manager have these kind of thoughts to come into the public to label you like this, one here and never limit chances sure. To them I could finish the second story and I remember.
Okay. On the same matter, Clifford Chibafo Jr.
Okay.
And so Clifford Chibafo Jr. On the same matter, contribution because French people are often hot-headed, lazy and swollen-headed. Liverpool have been careful buying French players, especially after what Momo Saku did in their preseason here in the US, which ended his Liverpool career. Would interest you to know that Konate is the only French player to play for club after Saku. That's how deep the club has been digging the background of players before they sign them. They want players with humble backgrounds.
They had issues with Jibril Cissé.
Yes.
The mentality and approach to Liverpool. No, unbelievable. So, more culture at Liverpool. No. Now, Olivu a wayward life. And he said, "Mama Dusaku is the next." And Sana will be an opportunity. And I think he should manage it very well. There's a manager, and yet media. If manager singles you out, not satisfied or passing this comment about you, one here of all the talent you have, or any bench and so on, and you're not better winning.
Now, says can is this year meet me a Liverpool attack no without Ekitike and good to go. Salah on the left. Isak will lead the attack. Salah ewo right wing. What the far Cody Gakpo echo left wing. Viet emo number 10.
Only not striker nechi.
Aye, they are good to go. So it's unfortunate. I was just going to talk about Javier Tebas in Komona. I really just some 5 seconds. DEMONZA, I am munyai sound Komono ni adien. Papa ni say Lami Yama elusu Ballon d'Or because Usa Intini man best young player nanka wenyinia and comedy award ni bemano. Let me do baby I say before ni Kanu kre. Na brofi so sa be told that omunye honest sa. Papa ya sama okay they say is not being honest with us. Lami Yamal at the age, we all appreciate the performance. But you see, the reality is that she say, and yet just the performance on the field, or numbers at the say. A man for class suggest to say, Senanka player be where was a Barcelona projecting that was Rafinha, not even Lami Yamal. So what you say, because numbers no kasa for Rafinha. But because it be a Lami Yamal, homegrown boy, poster boy, any idea they want to project him to a certain level. With Kaise D18, or the iconic number 10 Jesse Cramano. Any idea, they decided to focus on him and all of that. But say, oh, can numbers, any idea, no, dear. Any the be achieve, it was a period now, ye can't want some media. It is unfair, it is so dishonest to say that ni age in tini and farmer. I don't think, say, and penny for no at that level, do maybe I was say, or more back to that level, be making some of these commentaries. So, young congratulate Dembele, Wabre. So, what I say, Wabre, nothing asono, and based on your any club, yeah, and any performance, no. He deserves it. Yamona Basu, maybe a next season, a bit me Lami Yamal, but no Makasa said next season, a bay ne tenor. He needs to work on the numbers. Now, I just have to say, message we mean country. Was it Kofi? AWAL is right, and we are working towards that. TDM said, you know, Kase. Umpumus is so suprana say alert biba
it me no ma to ye kan is a Kofi na ka se ne ho dodo no kakra na me ka se Kofi are ne me hu
o se utie de ya me ka se kra tu se me ka se
o me ka Kofi de o hu message sisi akra on phone so it me clear malaria ne cold ne kata ne nyina yeah chano
so say yem fanchi asro nkoma Mr. Yao Owusu free on any papa akwesi free
okay
and ne wife Ekuya Owusu free ono ye ya Owusu free yere omo se omo amekum na omo mfa dwumadi ni agro kra nti yenche omo strong kokra we free Kanu ho
okay opanyi yankwa
mami che opani na me retreat na sembia da bi otai
okay
awa no kro show no wo fi na uti aye de wo
pa
so wo fi na uti a ede unfortunately e be ru e bi na person o ka bi ba
o person o ka mi so ntimi nka
aha wa no yo meka ba to wo nza asem no so no uni means bi a o meka of course mama che open na e wo se ne se ba bi obi anya menka no na on fa ni shranka bi o yo awa one quick story pa so yeah Manchester United ni a wo brace you home for another difficult period. Difficult period. Ebia na anye directly on the pitch.
Kanu say a crony friend Amwakukrum. Me ye mistake ko ka makum. Em ze ma hwe ni ye enti we no for.
Maybe a message ni free buy no.
Okay. Amwakukrum. Na e wa hemfa.
Well, we dear me ampa this bia me bi se mu ansa.
Okay.
Anti e hona ura ya Owusu free ne papa kwesi free ne yere Ekuya Owusu free wo.
Okay.
Anti me da se.
Okay. Panyi yanko
the entire America sa ne say say after class of 92 for no omo generation e free hokora no the last surviving member e free hokoye no. It's been very difficult for United to show up at the table. Say, "Oh, you're big men." To the big boys, you know, in the league, ni say after say the last surviving member of the 92 generation, if you know, United have struggled to make a case Premier League, you know, something which was their birthright. They started league season, Biana, Manchester United, and any team that will compete. From the 92-93 season, Okra Banadi, now Manchester United and Arsenal. After say Newcastle and Blackburn, Ediomo de 2 honor. Tieko season BM na say United slip wa. I don't want to disrespect Arsenal though, but United slip wa na Arsenal league no. Only for 2004 there, 2003-2004, Arsenal won the league, and that record still stands. Not even Pep Guardiola, and the ultimate break is our record. That is invincibility no. Now, after so free pitch no so no, a lot of them have been distractions to the club, especially with criticisms. It being constructive. It be the no who say a hatred. For Papa friend Jose Mourinho, the time they clearly say there was an agenda within Sako Kosono.
On the manifest
pure hatred. And me jitum, and I believe say Ebi hatred was stemmed from the fact that Mourinho came to break their dominance. And Sardine and United new place no kwan England no. Oba was me the special one. And from that time the narrative changed. Chelsea became what it is today. And a free one as a managers who have taken the job, almost the year LVG. It drew only so I your more class member no.
Yeah, and who be
they were charitable with words and descriptions even when any man correct. Of course, ABM fans are no more mistakes or almost to mature on the job because almost they are 2-3 managers. David Moyes, LVG, Louis Van Gaal, and after Papa friend Jose Mourinho, 3 in succession. You must say be no more mistakes and no more mature on the job. It didn't drew only so no more Tony down. But along the way, you will say first 2 seasons with Eric Ten Hag as a Saudi and no more very charitable kakra, no more be defending. But on the 3rd season, they were very critical of the man. And the United Jan Quine. Ruby Amorim by open one person would defending a from our class now, and now from the last generation of United players now. Mid Mark said, made a Ibaka Ferdinand do on your class of 92 for Nibia. And on his program, the podcast no you know, and we Rooney also. And the Amami Mashimi and to make us a United fan behind and say there will be a difficult season and as a difficult period. And they say Rooney, arguably the best striker in the Premier League history, no, and our era, no, and a legend, a proper legend of Manchester United. Why a manager? When Okofa Derby County, and an answer Okofa Birmingham City, and a Plymouth, Agile, and so Okofa. Ninano, he walked out of the job because went man Jumano. So if such a manager and such a personality or carry so much weight, United's all-time top scorer, Kasao club no against attention or say, dear Koso or Manchester United dressing room say no, or no, any rocking wouldn't have survived. Common survival. As a Chinese say, also I said there's some bullying and some. As they say, I get manager kase obi nkabi, and was this or non survival. So what can some actually no and de and only one quite so kasebi. Is that the case at United? If that is the case, it is a very bad breeding grounds which cannot give players the freedom to express themselves, especially on the pitch. Not even expressing on watch a manager. Don't forget 2 English nationals who were touted to be the next phase of the generation, Marcus Rashford, and your brand friend Jadon Sancho. As so far, no every club, so the English players or ex-players will not be too happy about it. But at this stage, Unim say Amorim for Jumano, and that before Jumano for 16 months, Uze United winning back-to-back Premier League games. So we win it this weekend, not the following weekend. United are saying winning. In C. It is the first time in about 10 months and Amorim United they have so beat my said now we are United winning on my last Premier League game no. So much against Chelsea. So much Michel Brentford twice na under manager no. After the United actually 2 consecutive games league no. So this is the time he will need a lot of peace. and a lot of reflections within the players. No? But the communication and the narrative outside there is that as a manager, no, you can't be. That is the impression Rooney is trying to give us. Say, or no on survival. Roy Keane and survival, simply because these were players who were very hard and critical on even their managers. Okay, I say when Rooney at a point or tender in a transfer request when he wanted to force his way to Manchester City. And Alex Ferguson in 2012, or no tender in transfer request, say United in Toronto. Even under LVG, there were times I think Barcelona had interest in him. So for a legend, a proper legend like Wayne Rooney, I think he should have been measured in the direction and person na asem no kono. Say awa se ano obi a woni adwuma ma. No me a system ni gina ba bi no oka bi about the relationship e bi Kanu any crew no wo as a host any ni crew no a obi betima je ho akinye kakra. But if an immediate person wo fra adwuma ma and we're part of your core circle no age na baby no come avoka dey then you asem nse sa na tie but what am I say it Rooney anytime obekasa fa team no people will begin to look at it in the spectacle say and it is the reality that is happening around Manchester United.
Be carry weight
carry a lot of weight
na owom owom system
and we free and after we free no the level of player or at Manchester United means inside United circles, bit matter be even something confidential, bit matter. And that is where me say your manager is you cry is you know. And wow, open one of those stubborn and arrogant coaches about no. And your arrogance say obey the attempt but on the worker. He's stubborn. Any kind of input be any discussions he still maintains that you're not person and also on a in charge your person and one of the ones because so as a the players will look him in a certain spectacle say obano would be by also per se we still na any na and as a media for ne kasa and man for kasentina daniel say you lose that kind of control and the respect now what tries to build in front of the players because you are not your own man wow the thereby. But people started giving pressure from outside to what Daniel Odiano, the best you and I say you are not your own man. So I see these legends of Manchester United no. A lot of them Rooney this why I said say panditry in Benejuma after 3 unsuccessful jobs.
Yeah. On your coaching and farm.
Coaching not there. One manager went to me and found the crew in when players no. And I'm very sad as a Manchester United supporter from baby amity any as a nuko free when Rooney ho and a buy for a very young manager that some of them can just even walk over him. These players are Omobo United and Omtiti TV. A lot of them can walk over this manager. Yeah. But interesting times ahead.
Okay.
And I'm hoping that it is not what I'm thinking or it is not what Rooney is also thinking. Say as a dressing room like a cemetery be manager kasa wakasa bi obi anywhere or ho kwan kwa say so bi na no e kire na adwene and ya mana kwa say ene nkofo menu yo mafiri akweda bro mko kire o madwene which is Marcus Rashford and Jadon Sancho and you name say Sancho kwa de to have come into the public means say be in the dressing room kire na adwene ya amfa and disrespecting or etin wo free hoba public and obe kire to honom yehu Rashford on so I see not writing outside, but utie no post match and anytime when your opportunity now, say or sa kind of pain kakra ewonu.
Okay,
it's a sad story, and where your man you should only press and distract manager and ensue in the direction of work now. You know, no lose focus.
Okay,
no bet me ahe how to win the game against Brentford this weekend after Brentford or Sunderland.
Okay,
Adriana for the first time United beat winners association games in a three.
Meda say Scandi ye na ye homra ye ba nsem bebre e wo fie be kan division 1 ho nsem of course sha say nyame adoma ochina
sure
Premier League games e wo ho weekend yi and afi CAF Champions League and CAF Confederation Cup ye be ba be hwe e ho ensem nyame adomo china wafu zombi under 17 AFCON qualifiers Ghana and Niger a must win game e de ma Ghana yentimi ansha ye free mu and a Black Meteors technical team appointment minim se scan you when hu ana wate hu asema Black Meteors say coach Desmond Ofe and a kwakwa head coach and a yaw preko ba be an assistant I'm for criticizing a point because in terms of experience in coaching of course your preko when in him chair Desmond Ofe but Desmond mum ababe the head coach and a yaw preko ababe assistant coach yem komra yeba
okay
na yaka ehun ensem me bring yeba sisi amontwe
sana lubina shano manabo and something no amuzu bitters what say amuzu bitters
koye mema ahwefo ne etiefo nyina kwa baba amuzu beverages enterprise na yedinse bia ba fe no amuzu bitters aka atopa 5000 bitters we san edi nubna krojen how bie ni achiri yedi ahye na etiefo a omoteba me hodie duduo na beji amuzu co herbs ekoshe omade no ma no omade ibisu beji amuzu manpower herbs na ma konoa anaso na koshe omunsa enne bakasa inuro mienu nyina bom atuni din amuzu bitters de koko hano so otwabi na ekwani de ose ni be masem ahoodin wo fom se otwa 2 tot 3 tot na ahoodin no epeja no enam damrama eni ododua ayedi aka amuzu bitters winti oba bi ose oni atenka be ma bi a ose oni akono ne yire onya twabia sa atenka anasa akono no ebeni enam se de pepre eni hwintia edi afrenti abre insano ne pampana no ase ma utwabia enyi wanum enti se ukwadwabo bi ase na opese oni so ebo nsu kakra amuzu bitters why ebo ni so banyi wanum amuzu bitters tot baako atopa bebre amuzu bitters obi a otiamia osi doctor ade chesme kuliko dua so a biye mutim anase constipation ewo me so onya amuzu bitters twa oye be sane kama obi ti gbo akohoma na so ye 7 favorite food a na ne kondo ni numu atro otimi nidi onya amuzu bitters twa akotwetwa petati na aba medre na wutimi ni no obedi akaboni kama amuzu bitters eyensa ehwam yie pa enam se nnua na ye de afrema hoodinti onomu a tipa bia ni akire se metwa amuzu bitters re menye hangover bibia se ni ho se manom amuzu bitters ma ade achi hunam ye me ya dabi nnua na ye de ahyen sane nnua emma nipa hoodene ma insechi how setipaye uhubi insaburechi how se memwai ha menye hangover no mi hubi we ya insa miya mika kudro so a minu akudro so a minu mu how bia ni akire de otiamia onu bitters bia mu a no dan on say na twa amuzu bitters na yede beba oba bi otiamia owo menstrual pains obuni se obre pa no onom amuzu bitters mesebu sumesu a beka fichire kama insan ya meka ho asem ehu nya dene ne buoso nya dene se dodo pa na opetu dia no aba santasi apampatia na wa frɛ na 0247 776743 0247 77 6743 amuzu bitters ekoye
apomodin mapade eno ane hepa plus mixture apomodin mapade eno ane hepa plus mixture
Hunia, Pavi, and the Black Smokes Mr. No, Malaria Dronana. Annie, say, and I'm sa, who bet ye the same wife, you know, you're tested positive. ye no mbie no say e ko malaria mo no nyina am ye nyina ye negative ade ho won ma wo ye Hyper Plus mixer no and we do ensu am 102.9 FM e was our immune system e strong de bia antipavi
e support immune system no
na plasmox no so e tu malaria no gu malaria symptoms et say etipaye afiafie wonu mu ato ahomre no msa achekura 4 days na pavi ene plasmox mixer wanom no e tu malaria na sekura anya sa dia ko hu doctor fra 0542 778572 ana 0542 807907 magie dure di pa pavi plasmox ena Hyper Plus nyina apemfo abato mo manufo ene kwada woni mfie du mienu kan o pharmacist na herbal shop
FDA aje edwede nkrato yatum
Hey, Opani, Mashusha wache. Sa perfect series books here. Oma me koto bi mama mano. O wajajai. Abua wa mo se wo to make kan kama. Wa kabrofo. Na nkontabu okra de ejajai.
Wonderful. Mese Ghana for GAJ perfect series. Atumo no de jai. No de nimdifo ene tire wa nwoma bia. Owo crèche, nursery, any KG, books bia bi. And owo science, creative arts, maths, RME, history, coloring, computing, OWAP, nina. Every basic 1, equasi basic 6. English, every basic 1, equasi junior high school. Ne bane combine soa, owo nina ebi. English nom, ane maths nom. Me say, books bia ni wa. Perfect series, NB, na GS, ane naka. And so I'm approver. Enti obata bia ankoto bi maneba.
Hey, and nasa we die. Suku bi kura betumi akotu akoton. Ama ni students o.
Na eno kura die. Wote boa no so say hwi wo mo sa sate mock exams, terminal exams, and midterm exams. At the mass school so a here wo mo a etufo nko aputu aja station ho a enkran dance mine. First up, any omamu ba bia ye tonto books bia from 0243 299938 and 0540 755 465. Perfect series.
Your world's future is secured.
Okrukese ma bibia yeshoshori. Internet ade hu hia pa. So we stream favorite shows, so we book game, and a video call, and I know adofo be ya. We hear internet, I know thing. Obetia ye dwuma frifie, wa bra wonyo haw bia. Ye de abafu mfidie nam abafu kwan so, e de dache ben. Ye nwumarefo e wo homa abrebiara. Emmo bi na wo hia ye wo homa. Oman mu ba bia wo bia. Hwehwe Kenny Rose Wireless 0208 282810. Kenny Rose Wireless, internet made easy.
Hello, Kumasi.
Otec 102.9 FM.
Dr. Maxwell can come. Be a senior specialist obstetrician and gynecologist. Sounds a reproductive endocrinologist and infertility specialist. Kwesiada ebe yenshia ewo Otec FM 102.9 ewo anti-Kate program so na yenkasamfa infertility awa ache na emaye ene akwan a yebefa so.
Ensana nubinasha no manabo. Ensa bem no.
Amuzu bitters.
Você?
Amuzu bitters.
Amuzu bitters.
Colhe.
Okay. Yasa babak yentoa so emfa emmamo on na yemfa efiensem no entoa so.
Sana nubinasha no manabo. Ensa bem no.
Amuzu bitters.
Você?
Amuzu bitters.
Amuzu bitters.
Colhe.
Ensana nubinasha no manabo. Ensa bem no.
Amuzu bitters.
Você?
Amuzu bitters.
Amuzu bitters.
Colhe.
3 fearsome 3 eye hepa plus pavi na fi plasmos sa enumien sanwe ukabuma ebo adwuma pa yare bia ha bia no unya hepa plus pavi ni plasmos enuma ebetu ase de amaw emema muntimi amu adwuma ewa mpam no ode ne eye the fearsome 3 ode ne adwuma no obo nimum emfa resource bia emma sa watenka ewe echi obi okra onde atenka no onibi me pa chokopɛ de fearsome 3 enom sanso ena malaria fever typhoid fever obu ho ani de no eye body pains chese obeda sorry kwa no na no hunam nyina eye ne ya se infections ena hawa koje hepa plus pavi ena fe plasmos yenuano ma bosume so na se muko mfichira mote yaw obu ani de ne emaye obu onso ani de no chese ote yaw pa koje the fearsome 3 ni bi enomunuma ebeboa na afi etu ase edi amaw ye kase the fearsome 3 a no age so power to the people Fred Doc was 0542 778572 0542 778572 and I say 0542 807907 0542 807907 it's my kitchen restaurant simin kancho say o asantema mu ha na upe bibia obenya eduane papa didia eye it's my kitchen restaurant ho ena oduoni eche esan say it's my kitchen restaurant eba ne eduane yemu a omoye number 1 nti awose de omaji bia bebre nti open the best in local continental any Chinese dishes ena edia for oni eche it's my kitchen restaurant what did you no omusa wo natural fruit juice ewo ho I know no flavors ne dawson what did you no agibi na wanom ope pineapple ginger mango na ope mixed fruit ope tangerine and I say orange obenye bi ewo ho omu promotions ne so eguso a ekoso Monday bia no eye point and kill catfish uko is my kitchen restaurant na se oje point and kill catfish a omu beye eduane a upe 1 plate e di amaw Wednesday sinso eye pizza Wednesday koji pizza ewo is my kitchen restaurant omu beye free bako e di account and na Thursday no eye bankuni tilapia Thursday uko is my kitchen restaurant na se oje bankuni tilapia 1 plate ombeye 1 plate free e di amaw about the best international and local cocktails ebi a wuye program bia wuye bia no obetimi atonsa e dia fresh my kitchen restaurant ombeba be serve cocktails e wa sanso e na cakes e na ope smoothies a nyina no it's my kitchen restaurant omo floor e wo hono ma oba be ye program a obetimi akwaku hu omo na omo the floor no e dia maw na why you program sanso e na local continental and Chinese cuisines no it's my kitchen restaurant say ope duane e wo ho a obetimi afrom baby a wo bia no omuye delivery eno anse obefre it's my kitchen restaurant ebia me wo ha omubeye eduane a ope no omubeye na omude abrɛ baby a wo bia batra o hwo mo a wo behu omo e wo Baba Yara Stadium omuben traffic light no from 0265 707070 0265707070 and that's 0248 865046 0248865046 Edusa Herbal Center omo ena akwakofa Edusa Herbal Mixture ena fe Edusa Herbal Capsules ediaba isisi yare ena how odiani eye kroko bema wayemre ewo mpam untini enye adwuma oye adwuma kakra bia na ohunam nyina eye oya menstrual pains enuano ma bosome so na se okomfichira eya onkwa na ote modie ne eye Edusa Herbal Mixture ene Edusa Herbal Capsules na malaria fever ene how eduane so onim untimi enni utimi se ya wo fufuo enkwan ne nam esisisi ho anase egu eduane nim untimi enni uti ba kopɛ enwa no general body weakness obi wo ho a onye edwuma kra kakra bi ana no honam nyina eye ne ya me pa cha wo de no eye edusa malaheb sanso ana edusa heba ointment no se bia o joint eye wo ya obi especially footballers no ene mo amuye edwuma den no onya edusa heba ointment na se o de srasa o body o baby ena ebia wakwa akopra o de srasa so a ebekọ sanso ena honam ena bibie sisi so mo amonim rashes any pimples hamo no monkwaje edusa heba ointment ni bi me pacho ukọ eye Freddy Mens Colinac Oson's Pharmacy Costa Pharmacy Dani Heba PFA Pharmacy any heba ni pharmacy shop wo Ghana ha bibia obenya edusa heba center omunno ni bi o hwehwe edusa heba center obehu omo ewo Kumasi Swami Macro eho ena obehu edusa heba center and clinic Kumasi Swami Macro on God filling station ho eho ena obehu omo from ewo 0500110115 0500110115 and I say 0557 009824 0557 009824 Abapa Enterprise min kan che say Ope electronic any home appliances and ato say men fan say Ope fridge bia ha Ope say sisi odem ema odem eyefe Ope fridge Ope fan Ope TV Ope air condition Ope washing machine a onyoma ye fian odi besi ana say mobile phones the abaso foforo ni bi ena Ope for woni eche abapa enterprise ho ena obenya nyoma papa ni bon eda form na to be pa cha open mattress student mattress ena open mattress sizes bia e di cc o bedroom ko abapa enterprise ne ko jibi me pa cha abapa de ama amanfo ekọ mo ho ekoto omunyoma na eni said omuye high purchase nyanse adekro no o pese oto nemom usika sam no enkoyi a obetini ehuomo na wotua ne nkakra ede ama omutu awi a bebi a wo bia no omo besoa adekro ede abrew ewo ufie sanso ena ope washing machine dodo na ena ato enu echi no ope chese nioma odi siesie o kitchen ema o kitchen eye modern day kitchen there eye abapa enterprise ho ena o confirm ewo 0593 386133 0593 386133 and that's 0593 391848 0593 391848 o hwe abapa enterprise a obehu amo ewotafo 3 miles sakasaka park no on abonsana esenim no otu ani hwe soro a obehu abapa enterprise class abapa enterprise a no age so convenient on call catering service say ne oye wedding birthday oye se bia utuba din anase bia wa wo ba na utu ni din a the friend baby eye christine no eno unsa manfo beba on sa manfo ebeba dia ene obeye aduane e dia serve ahokwo no say ye na oya fre on call catering service for na omunye aduane emfamrel na serve ahokwo no ebia oye buffet ope continental anase local dishes edia serve wa hokwo na eye on call catering service and American for edia amount sebia o edwumum on ewiabo anase du enwumre ope eduane ena edia uni how free on call catering service for ope surprise breakfast anase lunch basket unso obi wo ho a ope so surprising on unse na say diaba na obun se eye basket na yaye eduane edi sisime mu kakra so atia se kokko kakra enam kakra chese na amana ye fe pizza kakra eno ene ye freno surprise breakfast and lunch basket uhu onko catering service for omo ebeye ne kama edi amao enu achi se bia opeso omo ye enkwan ana se stew edi ma uko school ena opese omo ye enkwan ana stew edi ma na fe odi ko school a fe onko catering service for o hwe mo a obehu omo ewo patase omo ben Luna Care laundry patase omo ben Luna Care laundry ena fe kromo ase obehu on-call catering service. Konongo obehu on-call catering service. From it was 0244 115026 0244 115026 on-call. No so your taste our recipe. Multi-pack Ghana Limited. Multi-pack Ghana Limited. Multi-pack Ghana Limited. Omo ena akwakofa pela mineral water ediaba. Unsese sedie ope nsuo a ye krojin. Nsuo a eye papa. Nsuo a onuma ebemo ahoden ama wapondin akoye ediama no. Eye pela mineral water. American Dream Enterprise omo ena ye sole distributor of pela mineral water ewo Ashanti region ha. Enti se o Asante manu ha. Na se o pepela mineral water dia American Dream Enterprise for ena omo obe contact omo be pacho omo product no omo tonton omo nsu no omo 500 ml ewo ho ena omo 750 ml ewo ho enti die opre bia no obe from na fi omo edi nsu no edi abro o pese one omo edin komo anase ofre omo a from 0204 887011 0204 887011 ubehu omo ewo asokore mampon boban asokore mampon boban ukuhu environmental aha multi-pack Ghana Limited any American Dream Enterprise for eyo munsu na ubum se ampa pela mineral water die se Ghana ha eno ena eye number 1. Games no ebeba so a enye agrokra na de di kan no sha se nyame adoma ochina House of Folk etena Accra Sports Stadium omo any 11 wonders ene bebo referee Gabriel Opoku ahin from Tamale ono ena ebegina mfimfia hwama game na koso na boafo no eye Gabriel Boaten ena fe Michael Alugmi fourth referee eye Barkisu Salifu FIFA referee from Tamale omo ene behwe game no match commissioner eye Kwesi Ata ena fe VMA no ana se venue media officer eye Raymond Akumi. Saturday game back on a bekoso udwani eche na najman bedu the second parka Adriana Stars oja omo any Swedro All Blacks ene bebo Mohammed Nisbahu ebe center referee Ali Timwaba any Augustina Afo ebe buana ewo lines na Foster Bashos aye fourth referee match commissioner eye Al Hassan Senu Sedu venue media officer eye Ampa Ben Vincent nyame atuma kwesiada Nations any Summertex ene bebo ewo Dr. Kwame Che Sports Complex referee Daniel Lai ene bejina mfimfi na boafo no eye Set Ableto ena Alex Usam fourth referee eye Adari Abdul Latif match commissioner eye Michael Atadazi omo ene behwe amajumedi ne akoso udwani eche Kwando Sports Stadium eye Heart of Lions omo ene Bechem United ene bebo Prince Okoto Ntiamwa every Eastern region no ene bedi game no na boafo no eye Doris Esuma Dako ena fe Isaac Asante fourth referee eye Rejoice Adukwe match commissioner eye Ajiri Bano sanso ena ni ejay kraku the second park Vision FC any Hoho United game no center referee eye David Adani line 1 eye Kofinya Kumbakai line 2 eye Minkael Fauzan fourth referee eye Lord Netty and a match commissioner eye Michael Ai. Sunday ewo Wenchi Sports Stadium onim say Young Apostles omo first home game no omo ekobo no doma weekend yi omo ebo no ewo Wenchi Sports Stadium. Young Apostles any dreams any bebo. Center referee Emmanuel Graham. Line 1 Gilbert Atom Mensah from Takwa. And I feel line 2 James Osafo. Fourth referee Juliet Apia from Kumasi. And a match commissioner no William Kwe. Karela any mediama game no enya grokra Aliu Mama Stadium. Referee Rastum Gameli Senegbe and a Bejinem Finfi Patricia Chira and I feel Joshua Agbo. Ebeye lines now for fourth referee Nathan Anafo. Match commissioner Frank Nimakon. Into way any games are ebekoso. Gold Stars any breakum Chelsea game no. Unim say outstanding. It's answer Gold Stars Kobo CAF Champions League. Nemum referee Moro Idrisu from Kumasi, one of the best referees ever ye league in him enono. Moro Idrisu Oboy Juma pa or one of the referees among for 80 poor mo say ye league in him no e was say ye mayeni ekọ mo hu pa ye enti Gold Stars ni brekum Chelsea de no Moro Idrisu ena se game ne eba so a obedi na bo afo no ebe Tijani Mohammed ena Henry Eselbedi akon fourth referee ebe ye Reginald Collins Amwa na fi match commissioner aye Augustine Eje Kane Basake Holy Stars ene Asante Kotoko game no eno so aye outstanding name omo koba Dr. Moro Osman ene bedi game no na bo afo no aye Al Hassan Abdullah Gruglo ena Bless Awazi fourth referee ebe George Mauli Vomawo and a match commissioner Dawson Amwa we any referees anyame adoma we train omo ebehwe ama bibia etimi akoso afei yentoa so na yemfa yini enche GFA asoye unim se ne Black Meteors technical team no efe no are making new appointment and Desmond Ofed no assistant coach edema Black Stars team no ono ene obeye head coach edema Black Meteors na boa fono anase omo amobe na assistant no yaw prekon assistant 1 Baba Muhumalam assistant 2 Muntari Tego goalkeepers coach Ataya Boa welfare officer Henry Bat Plange team Mazua Baba Aluta equipment officer Eli Vogbe video analyst and afi Dr. Eric Tete team doctor we and Black Meteors omo technical team ehun ensem udwani eche under 17 omo asoya na chese the twinkle little star yame adoma ochina 3 p.m. ewo Yamoussoukro Charles Konan Bani Stadium Ghana under 17 ene Niger under 17 ene bebo we wafu Zombi under 17 AFCON qualifier unim say Ghana nano ena Ivory Coast for a share your first game your ball draw ye ni Togo ebo 1-1 ena ye lose your last game your boy against Ivory Coast into China against Niger ye do or die make or break a must win game se Ghana entimi enwinia na chese ye beba fie eno eni seni dwumadi no etie ewo nti abedwafo beba na afi omo ababe hwim unim se weekend yi so CAF Champions League any CAF Confederation Cup action nyame aduma Sunday Gold Stars already crown omo free Ghana ha omo eko Algeria omo ne JSK ena eko akobo we return leg first leg JSK she Gold Stars 2-0 ewo Accra Sports Stadium Asante Kotokonso nyame aduma omo ko Nigeria omo ne Kwara United ena eko akobo enti question ayebusa enwumrei and he said ye two teams return leg no vim ewo ho ana amanfo mo vim ana se Kotoko any Gold Stars ebetimi akwa wini omo respective games no a qualify unim se Kotoko de omunya draw kra o qualify Gold Stars endie nipa bebre na se ebedin nemo Kotoko de endie chese vim no ewo ho pa woni Asante Kotoko supporters no ekasa omusi vim ewo ho yebeba abetoa so nemo Amuzu eba clinic ena akwa Amuzu garlic bitters ediaba na Amuzu garlic bitters no ebo adwuma mapa se umoja no entimi enye adwuma ye ama de bia ho mfawa kwaje amuzu garlic bitters ni bi onum amuzu garlic bitters a o pressure no ebema na aba fom se waye kese na srade nkwa ene wo body ni ma amuzu garlic bitters ebema o body no aye kama o tena se kakra bi a o sori a onan na wo do nan e pimpimo o se ananse kwaje amuzu garlic bitters ni bi se o twonso mu hawo bia amuzu garlic bitters ebema wadwun so kama sanso ena asiatic pains ote yaw ewo to ase he ekọ eye usre ehọ nu nyina onaso obun se eye wo ya kwaje amuzu garlic bitters sanso ena onom amuzu garlic bitters eboa ema onkwamo no eye den eba sana infections bia no enya ade a obetumi ahaw anase oni infections de eye away amuzu garlic bitters eboa for general body weakness and afi mo amokompa so amuntimi ena na say du anajo wo so da erese no chese be 3 hours okokete so untimi ena odie no amuzu garlic bitters isan say du no papa ntino FDA for age atun okọ heba any pharmacy shop bia obenya amuzu garlic bitters ni bi Fred Doctor 0247 776743 0247 776743 Scandi mamra na yenhwe ensem nim kakra unim say National Security Secretariat say ene nipa bonifo ado so kuma entino was someone to make sure say Ashanti Muhano Ashanti region ebe one of the best regions in terms of security. Na National Security Secretariat say bia wona mabonten na ohu ade bi a office a threat to security and I say unso obi kura weapon bi na a threat to security a be patch of number we 0554 032482 0554 032482 and I say 0542 760864 0542 760864 no a National Security Secretariat omo hotline ewo Ashanti region ha say mamimra na yen toaso yen hwe ensem ni kaka but yen kotie coaches no ensem omo dia tudwa ahead of weekend Ghana Premier League games are ebe koso no this time yen mo teams na ba so omo ya de kaka is a net Thursday but pre-match no ebi mo are ready ochina nso has nso ebeye omode no ochina game ni yes ochina na has ebebo nti odidi dramani na afi ni odatelamte aye omode no so se chuba aristic omo game no da be Saturday omo nso aye omode no so na efe kama na yentie didi dramani on House of Folk any 11 Wonders game no.
I think that they are a very strong side, they are a very disciplined side, they are a very organized side, and so we respect what they bring, but we try to impose our authority in terms of our style of play and in terms of our game model. And so we are very positive in terms of how we have to approach. We just have to be able to take the necessary spaces that are needed and then try as much as possible to control the game when we don't have the ball.
Okay, into the Dramani, I say we respect 11 Wonders team. Nemum omo be kire omo se penyi di penyi wo so omo kire omo authority on over 11 Wonders nemom ni odatelamte nso ensema waka ede afa game no eni yentie ni odatelamte.
Everything is going smoothly. After we lost against Lions, there's positive and negative. So I'm sure the negatives we came and we correct them, and then I think playing against Accra Sofo, it's a big task. But then we motivate the boys enough for them to be able to give out their best against Accra Sofo tomorrow. They had a good technical team. You can't take anything away from me. And then I watched their 2 games, which they did very well. But also there's some, loopholes that maybe I second time and I've seen it, so I'm going to work on that.
Okay, we any ensema ni odatelamte coach edema 11 Wonders so they are two for money House of Folk game no ho. Chuba Aristica on say nano onyane first win of the season after say first match omukolusu to Karelias. Can you say omo game omo ball ye no 90+2 ena Ediana inya the winning goal. na enye agrokra so ti yentie ahead of Omoni Swedu Oblast game na nsema Chuba Aristika odiatu.
Every time the team who coming from the first division from Premier League is coming very hard and like not lose the game. It's not easy the game, but need manage the game and collect the maximum points. No give chance from the opponent coming here and collect the points. Our team have time tomorrow and after tomorrow recovery and fresh from this game, maybe 2 player, 3 player new is go inside from some position and let's help the team from win the game.
Okay, when in Sama Chuba Aristika or the two say my memory na yenhwe ensem no referees for Ghana Premier League week 3 no Asante Kotoko any Gold Stars Vim ewo hwa na Black Meteors technical team na wafu Zombie under 17 AFCON qualify ochina yani ni je mungamu wenye mungamu na bia nipa ne beba na wodwane no we mungamu face to face pa tijina no za tijina okay it
is my Mr. Team Free Black Meteors appointment no I'm worried about the football association no a person around the manager no which is Desmond Osei a year pa if you have inexperienced manager only experienced papa now when an assistant no and I will be within the technical bench no very experienced on the game and as I said domain no obi owa the experience near sa domain no say under 17 sa level no or experience pa obi owa is a senior team a hona na experience no pa but ya preko experience no no e bro papa friend Desmond Osei so nemum the question I want to ask yes I may disrespect coaching but even ya preko an experience e say ya no mum and kono na oversee the juma na omobe na nkenye bad nemum saying to get an experienced manager say one assist you know na wa rise here sometimes edru baby technical team technical head level no say or be a technical director bi to the number adwuma de nko na be ni nyina but edru match day na wo manager bi a wo ne cha ndeba clearly the omo ye chenche say a manager omo ne cha no which is Desmond Osei ya man under 20 amfa ya so nko ya assistant e wo national team senior national team oko na ehu ya say yin de na bana under 20 bim say de ne kwa under 23 as ya too many within the football circle no say as on nko ano ya de ne kwa head ne ba get him prepared, don't let him lose his focus ampa say and a system ade bi na mpesa mo ye mana awa the fact that all the team be tournament now when mujidie na team no kwent man progress and we be awona you don't see it as a failure because a manager you are preparing but the omo ya me hu nche say hasty decisions bi okwa na anye pe na yi na fro ne de no kwa e ho so anye ya na yi na fro ne de no kwa se wan hwe ya de oyema ehu ye o under 20 no de oye ombo ha no wafudie na ebo Ghana ha no ema ehu ye nche say wo hwe ni game pattern na plan out me say oye manager obibi up his sleeves a obetime dia ma team but the omo ye na bedu ba bi wan hwe na ho beye Ghana fo ahia na no ho befo no mo say ade de nkwa no de no kwa ha ehwa anye ya ne de no kwa ha ne de no kwa wo yes na wo ya mana yet say enye adwuma na no onim but a favors na wo grant no so they should just allow the man to be focused omo mpa adwuma ba konfama no under 20 ne under 17 no se wo ye wadwuma ni ye nko a me yehu na awa it is not a must win tournament FIFA kura anye sa do che de hu no grounds to prepare future talents. And right to dream if we are more dominated to your national team, which is a Black Star. No? And your team be a tam the club, which you call tournament, call you new giddy, but because of more focus, internal from 14 be rise here, be 17, 19 there. No one ripe for European market. And I'm part talented from so national team on Bobo me on you. ben shada nya de o man no mass chi gina e team a ye ko bi a U17 tournament wo Europe se ne kwaje ti ye kone ya ma ya anje a ye ba Hesmas rule ye ja players kwan ye ja coaches kwan no or more direction and focus. And that is what we should be doing for Desmond Affair. If we feel say we're a system coach that we want to build, you who Kwesi Appiah there. Kwesi Appiah working under 3 different managers at the Black Star as assistant coach. A constant place na need na kwese. They are preparing for a bigger job, which is the national team. And Paul Befa a national team in 2014. You win. Or ball qualifies your call 2014 World Cup. When qualifies, you need Egypt to Kuruma. Egypt has sabre no mo ye sebo omo discipline teams. Ye nya omo look like I say World Cup ni nkobi. But to score 6 against Egypt. Nanya a mean fit be na coach ni achieve simply because he had the time to learn. Ti so mo person prepared this morning fair. Nya just one place for him. No onsia na de no dan say ye na kwa ha e ho na anche da meti standard ye pe na yi ni from na kwa ha ye de no call senior national team so on assistant ye nim de si ho na sa reverting de no ba biem under 20 na afet na kwa under 23 ya e too many omo hwe yi na ebedu we be ne ho amefo Ghana fo afi wo benya adwuma na enye te say afi wo be discuss on ne capabilities and competencies. But there are some masters around and omo ye ejumama in coach omo boy by putting him at places where he may not even belong there. He's a fine gentleman when he speaks to the game. And now me can ha me say awa sa managers no omo developmental coaches. To man ejuma enye quick fix. Jenefe ya under 17 ko wini, Jenefe ya under 20 ko wini. So project by 2 tournaments ahead at the mano. No nya abotre team no de wako for such a tournament no akọ win the amount. Who say Beckerman at Argentina ejuma no ya no. Om de under 20 o. Be 3 generation of under 24 ne fan nsem. Edru ba bi omo hwe ya enema ho ya yi kaka mom. Omo call World Cup. I think 2006 there no. Omo tam de na bai. And at least Germany in the year omo free mo quarter semi-final kra. And not bad. Prepare a manager, give him a job, and let him do. And that's say you to ashe Oba be say juma say CA. Oya nza be say juma no. For under 17. One tournament and Ghana they put yourself on the football map no. We are seeing a world map. You be call 89, 91, 93, 95. Na wo pe football pa na wo bo Africa eye denya Ghana di ne bebam. Of course your best days no ko. But one thing is your national team no FNT as say sa breeding grounds na near wa 89 steamed players on one fa nyema mu odin no eye the course na ne yebo no. And na course level no na eben even now standard near the Premier League no. The then course no. Unse sa den no course no na Premier League so performance no soro. But na say Premier League ni ehun de. Course football ni bia o ma bono late 90s no na wo soro chen de ebo ni league. It is our place no form the more under 17 mo. We are very sure say o kono o kwa konya de ope. So the FA should begin to learn say because there's no institutionalized under 17 league bia o Ghana ha. Na ye sa ankwara nso ko mo Premier League no a enye omo nebo games no. Omo ye French players. Tie be ne nam ha ni akoyi ko Division 1 any Division 2 and wa oni mienu ni say de omo si teams omo yi players no. Ana enu say it maker. Yeah frau ni acho say one player fall within the age bracket no fanabra. It Division 1 Division 2 teams nyina ya jeje bia 111 na 222 omo nyina ho ne de omakogu pram na start so ne so ba. To the manager himself enko run hwe player bia a team no ne frau a wo hwe team na hwe player or fall within that bracket na what time na the national team no. The danger woman say And I'm saying you need some football, baby, catchy eyes. A players are more attacking third of the game, which is attacking midfield and strikers internal. Obianzo when the team was our players need be not a yomo. To one hire manager, unkonya a balanced team because defender the net no goalkeeper net no to one where player no or bar or when the team will be attacking midfield and striker and nabro. Two be only balanced team. Two be team nevi. Na team no ahoden wo fom okwa the ACA na besi. So the moment we accept say standard na the players mo mkodu sa asoro ni say eni ho biem, and clearly the junior high school football near bono our enu so ntimi produce a strong national team for us. Omo pa na nkomo qualify to be in that age bracket no. Second year for no wo de kwa abro so ade because of age manipulation here internal. Yem 300 for nyina nka ho. You can form 3 for no. Yem form nka ho. Omokwa no by football. I nim say football for ntai che wo school mu ntino. So the normal age no kwa school ni and repeat to about 18 years na wo SS. To the form 3 for nka ho kura na se yenya high school level na. Still ain't mean compete because the level of competition yenya our high school level one and also kwa enye hu saa ye de national team enu ntina coaches ne be call round players here mbo ye de on be call bedu see e tournament awo ha na de obi free Sweden ne de na be ru team num wo ha na akofo obi free Norway ne de na be ru team num cause omo anka so omko team gitum say krom ha ya no enya de obitum nya 17 ya onim ball no boduru level obede wo kwa kodu under 17 e wo wafu anase e wo the African championship no obebo ni ye di amount ti coaches na nante ayo modwuma ni nyina awie no edu si be tournament wo ha ne the player free so ready need number obi free Tanzania need number obi free Thailand need number so mo nyade ombegum ne ya break the system ne ayi nyina. It is time that we sit down and understand me we hear the current administration Urajo Mahama ene kakra na in 8 months we show actually with sabampa sponsorship ya be league mu any die hu na kire fununani bi e kire say bia ya yire ho a they will be committed to funding the juvenile national teams at the level ayi nyina ehwe se dru sa level na na last na me kan wa on asem di ka say awa ujai school games no at the school federations na competencies jo mu bi ma menchia aban ene coach Peter we finish name but ma menchia
omo hinfa
school federation for na menchia Blowman so nka
okay Samotu Blowman
Samotu yes
Mr. Samuel tie show no
unim so uja amomo in terms of competencies omo bi but omo ni the finance to support adwene ne omo tim no what's that some ba ko bi attack kan okwa na emphasize say calendar ba ko okurum ha enso to awia bia dien yon senye endemic friends saying covid here ba here pandemic here ba here enkanya de be sesa no hwe omo timetable ne da ho they work towards it you see about football no June yeah athletics no in January ni February pepe to omo wa adwene no ho but sikana na say they pia de kono ene le bi ni ho. So if you start getting government sponsorships, direct sponsorship into omo games na ehwo na ebi ebetimi agrumi players ni ye amomo mia na national team so etime receive omo anya sa de omo ye ne de try your luck sa na play ba ko mienu bi apia frim no etime ra national team no under 17 and the fact still remains say even at that level players na nkasa nim omoko camp no baby mbeka ye media for nso ye nim say even at the camp no there are players yam from ye be original tour ye den yam from edusi be selection ehon na hu kasa kese be players si wo na eje omo camp no mum kwan mum kofi. And you can't do this and be getting results. Yakodi be 1 month to camp when na play akwa no wa mabi edru say aka be 1 week am ya final squad no wo ha ben say kasa be pake no mu yom place si form na mo attack camp oni eja mo kwan se mo nkofi and players ya make ebi mo enye hu bi e bro mo camp no so but because or into an agency bi or into a manager bi allegedly otimi di bi two tables so emu odu ni afọ no player de nawuram ni eja players na aka no kwan so you cannot be playing gimmicks around the national team and expect say output no ebe realistic say ye call ya na ku show off ni ehunu de yepe and yensa aka de yepe and that is a worrying situation to House of Folk. Me ye very happy about papa e friend no Masu Didi Dramani ni approach and respect or dem a team e friend 11 Wonders unze has no in recent times omonya sa shocks and keten no from clubs a wadwen say a mass game for House of Folk. Last season, we saw it almost opening game in the league against Baseke Holy Stars and they defeat for House of Folk. This season, against Warhol United, a draw for House of Folk, even when they were playing at Accra Sports Stadium. So you cannot, in your own wildest imagination, decide to disrespect a club simply because Wako Division 1 was aba and as a on ni na ho adi ni sro bebre. It is a football game. And those dynamics and sometimes they play. But the okay me there and they say they will stamp their authority on the game. And lastly, utie their you can say they would want to control the game even without the ball. Say pano the game of football. Idea ye key how you become relevant even without the ball. It's moi share the approach to PSG last season. Adom di winning omo league no. So adom di winning omo Champions League no. And you nim say Chelsea chi omo no. Clearly unzena Chelsea wo a plan for them. And they say almost starting game now they throw the ball to you. You pass it and PSG abobo na ba box no no na pass you. Or pass it na abobo na bra box no. Then they will pin their men to you. Say waka wo half or untime ma. And de ahye team saa kotizie hu ze saa Maresca no hu bibi bobo no kwa no so bobre omo and Chelsea for no mpini omo to omo half no and after the game Maresca alluded to it say no omo hu de omo person omo ye no to omo pass ball no bobre Chelsea for but no so bobo no come PSG for no so that they can run at you. So how you stay without the ball in the game is very important. And I'm very happy say coach ni wie ne analysis of the game no and no in the last words or can I say they will try to control the game even without the ball because without the ball my opponent in spaces obe hetel without the ball you're comfortable so nkura ball obe hetel to okura ball na and your friend press no press at the opponent half no into we need ball no we need on any half don't wait till no the half no watch the ball no and say no build the attack from there. And House of Folk 4 points in 2 games. A boost. They are still undefeated. When I draw against Warhol United, Wako Dreams, Ako Channel, and your next game, Tenefi, no game, no. I'm sure say against 11 Wonders, House of Folk na me hu ye in their last 2 games, no, should be able to account for 11 Wonders and win that game. It's nothing short of win. And I'm news House of Folk benya game.
Phobia beko 7 points.
7 akwa the league in the top.
Okay.
I train games never Saturday ne Sunday.
Okay, Kovi Bremer Sabah scan you say baba mama time kakra ni ahwe CAF Champions League in the Confederation se vimuma. Bram
na wa peje otia
na me na me face time no be can say
one move ore ma
isi ana peje otia
no so no wie okay. Okay.
Kramo. Ewi asimu ha de ba kwa areho na atiti eyese de bia no ebe kwa etisa se yensua bibi mfiri yamfum so mu na ye repeat the same things over and over and over, expecting different outcomes. It's painful. Sometimes, utrasana dream no maybe ɛyɛ ne hadwen paa na sɛ utwa ntoro a wohu in trying to make sure sɛ ntoro no a watwa no wobɛbɔ ho ban na ntoro no look like nokorɛ no wotumi twa ntoro sɛ twa ntoro sɛ twa ntoro sɛ twa ntoro saa na afei wo ntoro no ayɛ bebrebe deɛ nti na me start me nkɔmmɔ yi sei ɛberɛ a mehu Desmond Osei appointment no metena ase din nam sɛ why do they do these things? Me Demonza sometimes ya wodwi ho a wonti ase o. Me chese me wodwi ho a wonti ase unim. Nukure wom ni say Desmond Osei or a fine guy. Say obo game wie na utie ni nkomo about the game. Utumi say the understanding of the game no e wosoro. Even before games say odin komo about the opponent and the team no and how they would have to approach games near there, you can clearly see that the understanding of the game was wrong. Utimi articulating the points kama fine gentleman osakura abre wonanim ba ma dwem sa se efefo ni piepia na de na koto ahokyerem meti yi ma dwem se Desmond Osei pa enka also onu mo handle under 17 na Dr. Prosper Nate Ogun edi wo Cote d'Ivoire sisi yi nenka Ogun mo kra no a handle the Galaxies and Meteors. Unim, I read a publication at GFA website. Now, part of the publication, with your permission, minkai kakrebi, Osei Osei, who currently serves as the assistant coach of the Black Stars, has enjoyed impressive spell with the Ghana's under 20 side. And I was shocked. The time with under 20, no, if you describe it as impressive, because you call Wafu under 20, no, we were second.
The NAJ in Hano. Is it African games?
Make a Wafu no, your boy, no. And you did second position. You didn't qualification to the AFCON proper under 20 Cup of Nations. Yeah. Okay, it was Egypt.
Yeah.
And last minute na Egypt for rescue CAF. And na host competition. Wouldn't be any kope ho. Na ye konyina na ye kope qualification to the next FIFA under 20 World Cup for Christ's sake. And Demonza, Egypt are no one prepared craft for the competition. Omne stop here. And yes, that's more me. I like the guy. But one of those young coaches out to me say all things being equal, that any kese. But what way you know people na to level be at the pressure be bebani at na fe what crashing the career ni na completely. They need to be careful. Under 20, no, even Wafudian, we could not win it. We were second. And they call Egypt under 20 Cup of Nations. So Bekaya. Ye ko under 20 Cup of Nations Egypt no. Ye nkomo nyina ne say the last time I ko under 20 FIFA World Cup no na ye New Zealand, which was 2015 or so. Yes, COVID time. Coach Karim Zito dey qualify ko, but because of COVID didn't ya more. Ain't not the last time I who say Ghana national under 20 side ebo at the world stage no. Na ye way back in 2015. And we're hoping, say, they will make it the next appearance. Unfortunately, Desmond went there. And went to me, and your qualification, am I? Yeah, back as a under 20 championship, pram. Now, no, I'm saying, no, the last tournament, or be handle the under 20 side. And also, giddy, Cote d'Ivoire, we call Fana, Kofu Sache. Enti impressive na mo kanana impressive no se scandi a chere for mo waye impressive no me ntiase ya na
say you don't need to.
Can this be impressive?
You don't need to win trophies to be impressive, Anna.
I'm not talking about trophies.
Impressive no at this stage very relative.
Okay.
Enti country be a ohun hwe da.
Okay.
the way any impressive but the year hunda so
and standard na ya set ya to
now see way impressive na wo the bar na perform do
kremo mi kra de se skandi se manhwe standard ya ko dru pempo kra na se me hwe ni se ye target any say ye be qualify akọ the next under 20 world cup ena ye ntimi an qualify na meboa. Can you describe that as impressive? Just to protect the appointment of Osei. And it's so reasons back on best site if you ask the appointing body. Reasons back on best site ni say say players rise from the junior teams ababi Black Stars. You find it under 70, who under 20, under 20, who under 23, under 23, then who call Black Stars. And he or no being the assistant coach of Black Stars and also heading the under 23, no, a bema transition, no, a be some way somehow smooth. Who could be so on the site, Sadi as one of the reasons. But please, no. So progress here. Ebi o honu ma wo hwe wa handle under 23 no wa handle ni we are promoting a lot of the under 23 players to the national team proper. Ebi ana coach no honu nso nkoya no ma promote you from under 23 no e de wo ko honum. All I'm saying is that your technical team na nkasan we have issues when it comes to the Black Stars. Desmond was brought on board to help Otto meboa. Edru baby esi mo aye deni ade aye changes no ene e de Desmond mo be kan wana meboa. Ansa na ye kofa technical advice yi nso aba. As a scandi so on the huni so no kra na nka we so we coach. Enti you need a certain level of concentration. But what you say? Enti no ade coaches who na aye na
coaches say bebre wo ho
ebi kra na momo site say wo hwe in assistance ene ade anka mo kra no ya prekonomu ewo experience chain ne ade anu mpo de say eja na sometimes yes age ne seniority no doesn't really matter ne ade but sometimes it matters too. Intimidate madwen ya me say the same way F rush here ekoye Otuado the head coach of the Black Stars against your friend is saying standards any requirements di go in search of a new head coach for the Black Stars no afedru baby na aka omusim fa kwambia so to protect Otuado to stay on as the Black Stars coach no. The same thing they are trying to do with Desmond. Yes, Desmond fine pa. With all the things I've said about him, under 20 I am thinking, say, they should take it easy with Desmond Osei. And yes, sir, awa, yesu fiti prekope pausia mojaba. Wa we ya no mo fiti prekope akopo Desmond siama mojaba. Enti they should take it easy. Sa appointment we one fa ma Desmond na e de ne beba. Where assistant coach of Black Stars, just allow him to focus there. Under 23 him ukrano awal ye hokra issues bebre. Ubenwane said the next under 23 assignment. Desmond kri akoje guti said Ibrahim Tanko de ko ya achimu na yenu achi na leader of delegation ye kwaji gu ye ya yanko Olympic Games na finkofo e Desmond ti ebe to apampan so abetwitwa no ni fani bonkum ni ade. They should take it easy. Media focus me nyanya anka wo de nka Black Stars no kra no dachi wo ho over a lot of years mum fan mra bi under 17 bi so what you say and he has the ability to groom players from that level. Man won't stay wo ho kakra, he will grow on the job or be mature on the job. One day ube ukra be another Desmond the under 17 yakoje under 17 Cup of Nations. Afobe wan say Ghana fo na epre say akwai yempe be bi mfa ne share of Black Stars. But if fo ne rashi abrantie ni too much.
But Kofi, okay. Not to cut you, I don't know say edru be bia na ya funny kakra. Kofi menu me nyina wa me de mekai ba mpese mbusa ho wo kai tam we ne friend at 20 no ama na ko national team asemo mo kan
aye
omo mpese o concentrate wo
Black Stars
tie then after all say ku in concentrate
another
the under 23 o man another responsibility be in concentration every ho the entire also de no call on say o pese ni focus nyina aye ho tina we in friend at 20 no tie then after the say man another job of under 23 na some divided
attention bi ogum dia mo kan dia ogum metimi de menses mi bo akase players or the call Cote d'Ivoire no o nhyede nim ho hwe sa on awa and 17 we kra de o ba anya ne te say Galaxies did he prepare ya compare chan qualification o me say team bia o fa best we bra no
we the omo call grounds say
from Paul so original me hu no really ade and no the appointment ni ba na ka say there be divided attention menti
why mo nenti GF4 no okay
ukra so ka hu bi u be ka so na say no de tete no kra na yi na coaches na omukuta teams na omu ana ade ave de omko he shadow no omu say enye say Go Stars for apam from Paul Mansoa enka you say wonam kwa so ko Algeria and under 17 na Cote d'Ivoire and afi na wo say ye changes quickly nanka ni yadi obi be show na yadi oguma be show ntimi di awal china ye da sorry na Niger for ni ntimi a show ma me enyam nwanwa
Niger
yes na
wo ntimi she Niger
ma me nkyerɛ ade ba kwa Niger for wa ni se scandi Niger for no omo bo with aggression and passion
ye ntimi a she Niger ni efiri mu de na se ka na chese ball na wo se
jabu me ka se ntimi she ba me se ye ntimi an sha enyam nwanwa because I've watched them. They play with aggression.
Gidi
omo ani bra so pa.
Ghana.
Yes, I didn't nyina ye. We take time and watch our national teams. I say that bad way of playing, you know.
Sa omo bo in the minim the wo
that bad way of playing, you know. Hey, too much.
Omo nya ball na we opese ogina so twetwen.
Ebi so won so a enkofo ensa wom ukwa yi skills you see na omo beba no munye impress ne ento wonko. And even when it comes to scouting of players for our national teams, right from under 17 kra yendi no kra ma ye ho afa ye kodu tournament asia Ghana for that so dwin say tetina on all things being equal relatively na scouting of players fairly balanced no. Ya gwe sasa ya gwe say that so ya Udu Isaka mo time ni Steven Oduro mo time ni Michael Osei mo time ni Dombo Te mo time no afi obo hu ana Niger bi ni abo na afi ni se na Ghana fu esu eti we must do things right media me wie 1 minute with Africa no Go Stars for there so much say yentimi mfa ni ntu omo so bi e kwa kro mo fa so etu kwa no kra me menye impressed e kwaya Go Stars for fatso tu kwano ujiri se awal kabili eba Ghana no ne besida se ebi dika tu aba Ghana china na de chie na ebi asan abesoso ensi ti ya ne ye kase manfo bi league no wo soro chen ya we mu nyina ka hu bi o Sebani say yen charter flight kra no mumfa makrom ha they have the resources to charter flight straight to Accra no abebo no okọ meti yes Go Stars yem say players no ni omo maka no ebi e kira o se dabe no mbi to afri ha say game ni 7 p.m. Sunday cheche so okudru Friday ya eno kra depend time nti we dey advance why shika bi Saturday Sunday no okobo e wo de agiegu ye ni da so nyina Kumasi Asante Kotoko me de medical kase matise so omba Kumasi kakra em se ne no mo go back to Accra na ba ye china oma movie ko parafo no DEMONZA so mtimi Kotoko free me be ha me pa for Ghana football, especially when your Champions League slot no are very disappointing. Parafo no mo nye heavy sao enti Kotoko for cannot disappoint the Kotoko family and Ghana football at large. It is doable. And to say, Omantimi anya, the technical team and the playing body they would have a lot of questions to answer. So what you say? Intermediate, I conclude by saying, say, Kotokodian doable. Go Stars, dear no. Better luck next time. That is if there will be next time.
Yemwie besaba Jerry Nas Heba. Jerry Nas Heba na akwakofa Jerry Nas Heba mixture ediaba. Jerry Nas Heba mixture no for malaria and afi general well-being. Unye bi numa boaw ema to malaria say edemau. Sanso and a Jerry Nas Victor mixture no for the treatment of waist pains and male vitality. Nti mema na moye mre ewo mpam ne sisi yare okoto kakra bia na sisi ye ya no mode ne Jerry Nas Victor mixture and afi Jerry Nas garlic mixture no for blood circulation eboa ma moja no etimi ye adwuma wo mu kama nti opebi ato a kokolina heba gilga heba Freddy Mens Misty heba Danny heba and afi Apidank pharmacy ho nyina no obenye bi aton emom ne dodo no fawani eche Amayeb Herbal Shop ewa Aboabu station fre Amayeb Herbal Shop ewo 0538 484411 0538 o hwe Jerry Nas Heba obehu omo ewo Breman UGC omo eben DVL and afi oba Otec FM ha omuno no obenye bi ato from ewo 0241 814677 0241 814677 Absolute in Eatery Scandi daba komedo ebefa Hawaii omunuane no ede unimo okay omu fried rice no fried rice with chicken and fish almost our jollof rice with chicken and fish almost our plain rice any stew as our chicken and fish ubenya sounds ena fufu waju fufu ne olai soup na so cutting kwa na benkwan no chicken or meat or fish or ena fe banku ni tilapia ene french fries nyina no Absolute in Eatery omo serve ewo ho into your wedding your engagement your birthday party your naming ceremony program bia no o de contact Absolute in Eatery omunuane no ede udia esai healthy ahoden wom chese esai nutritious ede pa nti ebia wo adwuma wiabo for corporate lunch and a special event no modie no Absolute in Eatery bacha o hwe mo a wo behu omo ewo Tafo Estate Junction and I said tapas omo ben Tafo Melcom ho ena wo behu Absolute in Eatery omo ye delivery se bi aduane no open ba ko mienu bi anase ope bebre a nyina no omo ye delivery ewo ho omo ye dwuma Monday to Friday from 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. Monday to Friday from anopa 7 to anumre 9 Fre Absolute in Eatery for 0242 905518 0242 905518 and as 0205 053168 0205 053168 Best Brain Publication Limited unse Ghana ha bebre na ye books ni mom omo a yaje omo atum no Best Brain Publication Limited omo no naka aje omo atum na omo books no ya rating 5 star anase A1 Chroma so de kase bibi 5 star anase bibi A1 na chese no the best papa plan na Best Brain Publication Limited omo books mathematics from basic 1 to 6 science from basic 1 to 6 na chese ba basic level na omo maths books ewo ho science ewo ho English language computing from basic 1 to 3 any 4 to 6 omo asante tree from 1 to 6 and afi mathematics world books and afi science world books are workbooks are yajia tumina no Best Brain Publication Limited will be sanso and Best Brain for your little kids and kwala no from numeracy for KG1 and 2 literature for KG1 and 2, our world and our people for KG1 and 2, creative arts for KG1 and 2, and our phonics 2, 3 and 4 letter words ne the color kalankwalano the color yem nyinano movie. My early writing for KG1 and 2, and our picture reading and coloring movie. Best brain nursery books and so from nursery 1 and 2 or more numeracy, literature, my early writing and our phonic books so also and a best brain junior high school books and also omo will be and new year JHS mathematics so and integrated science and a career technology omo social studies and a religious and moral education and in patron open quality books edi ama omma amomo esua de ehu ade aba be penny papa dia a best brain publication limited books and I make come for edi ama obehu omo ewo pankrono abed omo ben La Posada Hotel pankrono abed omo ben La Posada Hotel from ewo 0507 200 200 0507 200 200 and that's 0241 520 946 0241 520 946 Eradifie Heba Center and akwakofa Eradifie Heba anase Eradifie Heba Center omo a specialized Heba clinic munteni eba Heba clinic dia Eradifie Heba Center omo eye number 1 na eho no yare bia odi beko bia no ombetu ase e dia ma nso omo no omo de herbal medicine chese ena eye nuo edi tu yare ase eba ne STIs say yare bitne gonorrhea syphilis any candidiasis a Eradifie Herbal Center ebetu ase e dia ma hypertension sanso ena typhoid ulcer malaria fever eba stroke sisiyarie sciatica koko body pains sexual weakness just mo amay emre ewo mpam no menstrual disorder bosome so na se okonvicha wo de no emaye ase eba ase emma 2 days 3 days chese unhu so yi nyina no Eradifie Herbal Center omo ene wo se wokọ eba na herbal medicines a capsules ene ne syrup no eye Eradifie Herbal Center omo chronom buesi omo ben red park fre Eradifie Herbal Center ewo 0241 093915 0241 093915 and I say 0549 206633 0549 206633. Okay, yen twa so say scan ma memra na afi yen hwe CAF Champions League and Confederation Cup no yen ka ho ensem kakra bi
ensana lubinasha no manabo ensa ben no amuzu bitters wose amuzu bitters koye ensana lubinasha no manabo ensa ben no amuzu bitters wose amuzu bitters koye.
Okay, sir. Minim say your time Friday be hwe game no Sunday so nyame adoma be hwe game no but vim wo hosa minim say unam krum na hwe atmosphere na especially for kotokode no
in African games no one of those things that to me is the dynamics of the game cultural differences no but you see between Ghana and Nigeria for some time now because of the fact that your culture now you are blended because one of those African countries are yetimitna ye pa West Africa Ghana and Nigeria to the extent that there are even marriages between the two communities now what is the two countries you know tiama gradually yeah community no any omode no ufrimu romde no you don't feel it just that the fathers in Nigeria hot and ho kakra on this any din kakra wom But in terms of the football circles, no, different shade in Bibris are. Said ye football you were high and in your jung. Almost the announce and science shade in Biasa, almost your bono, said ye dear. And yana two size niche non produce club teams are. Our difference and then so. And Untina Memeka has said for Kotoko to have scored 4 goals against Club Efeno, Quara. HSA, a team I was so only the Bejana and an Abba, irrespective of the venue, Ubetim and Abo. Just like Omonsono, it in 3 goals, it will give them a lot of confidence. But there's still now what dynamics and society say they will have to win to be in the competition. Say Omu draw game now, they are out. Omu Lusua, they are out. The only thing that will bring them into the game is for them to win. The advantage for them is that any win Biana Kotoko Anshe 3 or more goals, no, they will still go through. To Omushe 2-1, Omushe 1-0, they will go through. Kwara will go through. It is the only thing is that Kotoko a side that is capable of scoring, to have scored 4 against them, who open up on any day. And a very good strategy with very good mentality from the boys. Now we game no more. And say, yeah, I'm too much going into such a game. But they should also guide against a side that in your home, at your backyard, what match trade here, on any good day, home, also you're capable of scoring. Obed match goals, and in this case, Osei 1, Kotoko must score. Osei 1, Pekurana, Kotoko must score, and Sana, Oma avoid being eliminated from the competition. I'm happy with the series of training sessions or Munyae, AStroTurf no. And even in Ghana, ye game no. Some known AStroTurfs or Ghana and Kotoko in the last season or last two seasons, Omabubo bia because Oko and Pain Obabo AStroTurf. Omoko ayi Karela Bebena Karela or Norfi. Ayi Mirefi facility in India. Kuza Kotoko buy na Nalerugu. You could done the first game. Kamara. Ekwaje man of the match. Kotoko winning that game.
Last season. That was last season.
Yeah. In recent times, someone a feel of how the AStroTurf no eti no masenya training sessions also. So that should not be something that will determine the game. A bit down to coach Karim Zito tactics or the beko game and the boys now approaching on mentality on the Bera game. For them, I feel that there's still a realistic chance. So to me, I progress across the next stage, and now work for Gold Stars in the Champions League. Why in the last 3 seasons now, Mediama call in the Champions League and the Dreams call in the Confederations Cup. Last season, you could Summer Texas, no mere debutant at Champions League. And in Suatremaya, almost a debutant, almost call into the Confederations Cup. Nimi issue of say inexperience and a club no any be. 2, most of the individuals or mujina musi akande mo no muni bintini biti omo. For club a friend Gold Stars, at least Vincent Atinga was part of the medium team na ye kaso munya sa fit no Ghana ha. Samson Eduku with some kind of experience a woninya e Ghana hanum at least him say eno so betimi abo omo nemum opposition no mo bebo no. Even here in Ghana, I said it, say, Omunyitum said they will play as underdogs. GSK had played only 3 games in their league. Normal draw 2, lose 1. Now, Gold Stars actually about 1 game winning. And I said they say, though on winning game, we will only league them. But to play 3 games, we bet mania a sharper edge. Actually, about just 1 game in your league or walking into such a huge game with no experience. Benya results from here 2 unanswered. May I sure say the mentality of Gold Stars for any approach or model corner traveler now could be articulating in actually say they accept say any man baby aduna this say bibi free so ebete by hammer. Because ahead of the second leg game no and a CEO kwesi adu granting interviews a utie na wedding and it demeanor for interviews you know to omujitum say enema no ekọ because in one of them na he's quoted to have said say as omokra no Champions League ne nhyeda nye bibi huhu bia say ese omo anko omo ni ma di bibi foforo bi ba I na me try say me could as it we are not so much interested in the Africa, and nobody should attribute Frimpong Manson sacking to GSK ability defeat. And if they are not too much interested in the Africa, simply because of the first leg results on home, which this wedding coming from the interview on Akuma FM for tells me say he believes that they have lost it already. You see, and Sanye a cider. Obeka say ye bit makonya the mind games no over them. So wa she 2-0 nti no okofie no e bia na dwe ben say done. Nti say go starts yere no ho a obetuma use the mind games in their winning. It is a terrain that I don't see go starts surviving. Okay. I am sorry. From time by no I said it say if somebody will go through what the Ghanaian 7 chain so a Ghanaian now the ABR friendship ABR war with team num tonchaya. Clearly it was a fixture for JSK. ABR they will have to surprise all of us to get a draw, a slim defeat, or the unexpected. I'm using unexpected because say go stars konya a win or hokana and form qualify 1-0 B 2-1 B no move from Kurana. They will still believe say omo ye the unthinkable. And that is why I say unbelievable results be PM they are fine. But to be realistic, our go start from CEO uncommon any kwam fa so handle technical team ni be any kwam mo fa so akono actually say they know it is a done deal for GSK. And now they on bet me working around this fixture normally be about.
Yenye birthdays no but ansana no Ujima Travel and Consort se men kan Chelsea kwantu ho nsem de unse kroma omune the best Ghana Tourism Awards 2024 Ujima Travel and Consort enya best travel agency of the year ewo Ashanti region ha na omo se office ne bebre ewo ho opese uko UK USA Canada and ase Australia and ye visit visa sanso ena omude obekọ Poland no akwa ye adwuma bebre wo ho UK nso omunya skilled workers wo Germany nso ombepe adwuma ma no mama 1 year visa no akwa ye adwuma Schengen visa nso de for Germany Netherlands France and Spain nyina omubenya e de ama we visiting visa for odebekọ USA your friend H1 B no visa no with work permit visa and fee visitor visa nyina no ombenya ede amamo amopese mukoye adwuma anase muko school ewo amonone no se bia opese uko Europe Canada US Australia ni Asia uko school no akwakoye adwuma nyina Ujima Travel and Consort ede obekọ na omisi UK visit visa no omo de 1 month ebeje ama requirement no ukra passport and Ghana card na wa deposit 10,000 Ghana cedis total cost ni 80,000 so until we be can 10,000 be BIA ready na fi odede aka no e de aka ho package no air ticket visa fee ni hotel ni all documentation nyina eka ho eno achi o ko per visa na fi we need documents na say documents no in we pay ya ukohu omo a visa supporting documents no omo de bebo sounds and a flight reservation any hotel reservation a passport and a birth cert nyina no Ujima Travel and Consort ebeye bi e de am from 0552 098298 0552 098298 and I say 0553 944608 0553 944608 o choma Kumasi obenhu omo North Central omo ben Bugis building just before Sufulan interchange na eho ena obenhu Ujima Travel and Consort obo asen so obenhu omo last floor of Yak Towers opposite former GN Bank ho ena obehu Eugene Mart for sanso ena Kojo Rekon Royal Enterprise omo ena kwakofa Rekon heba mixture a frenu krasini nedru ediaba tu sisi yare sanso ena kuku oppression no say wosoro anase wo form krasini nedru betu ase ediama sciatica sanso ena esaye male vitality chese bema onuma obegina onaso no abodwuma kama sanso ena ha oba umfichi kono so no odie no eye ukrasini nedru no onuma eboa ema o general well-being anase honam no yare bia ha obia no na itu ase edi amount oko promise heba oyepa premises a wobenye bi sanso ena porsak heba ewo mrum apidank ewo mrum misty heba ewo mrum sack pharmacy patase blockhouse oba Otec 102.9Fm anso a ohu eja ko a obenya ukrasini ne dru ni bi techiman free fm obenye bi time fm ewo boase ejoson so government hospital na nimu a obenya ukrasini ne dru no Freddie Menseba Danny Heba and afi top amazing Heba Tafo Methodist story building no okro Heba shop wo Ghana habibia ubenya ukrasini ne dru no Freddock wo 0244 47 0067 0244 47 0067 yenye birthdays no Eugene why ready on yanko birthdays no ene kakra bi na ebae na Osei happy birthday to Jimmy Sa Kodie Duodu happy birthday to Jimmy Sa Kodie Duodu we free uncle Mr. Cletus Bauer anti Mr. Cletus Bauer wish Jimmy Sa Kodie Duodu birthday te wish happy birthday. When you say happy birthday to Jermaine Osei Tutu, aka Orlando, our United States of America. And Jermaine Osei Tutu, aka Orlando of USA. And who do birthday? I wish you happy birthday. Way free or boy or what the chem. So say, Victor, yeah, Victor. Victor, maybe I will be a child.
Sure, it's a Kotoko. Say team securities no okan sure na me quarter for nipo mo je me na metena pa ba ko na Victor
okay
and offer uni offer
me ba offer
uni ta for na football circles no kan offer
di me ba me am offer
ko apesa uni ta for na offer
obubulebu
yeah Manuel
okon Lord as well. Ana waba.
Busa waba. Oba mo lejo.
Onu so don fa show ni agro de bia o monitor. Na yencha dabanka so. Yes, Koju dabanka.
Dabanka me ni papa. Sure. Na yenu Victor.
Na say Victor catch him say ni mami efu.
Sure. Ne mami e friend oba penny vida amasafo a na mze tafo de eboni no bia de friend no ntino yenu be kwa kuja no say 4th October sure ye be kwa kuja
October next week
and you into the near chiri mze tafo you na municipal former tapa so no ayi so my municipal no mo forecourt na no ti ye be kwa kuja no 4th no na yakobo ayenu no
okay
ya pepa ni one so because oni ya both Kotoko games ye show yi and am yanka sanso the tafo ni ntino
sai ni papa tonka che krobe fro na wobusa wase
last season one me won tokwa but odi ache nse bekwa heroes jesi no o Jeremia unfortunately na consignment ametwa amana bananka wonya nsa kasa jesi na amedru since to do club no crasses ama jesi no crans was senti omompa is the new one as gold any bedra me sorting out Victor a very good evening nyame yadma ye ni crew ni na beba 4th of October ewo Tafo municipal forecourt on na o mame ye ba beja no ba be paper na anyone so
okay yemfa course no name JOB Ventures JOB Ventures unse eba ne ntadeɛ mu kyɛ sɛ clothing a job clothing ɛyɛ fashion designer a deal with industrial protective clothing sɛ bia opɛ overall opɛ overcoat opɛ top and down opɛ vest saa nso ɛna bottom hole sewing machine ɛna afei school uniform nyinaa no kyɛ sɛ kama job clothing hu ɔmo a ɔmo ɛbɛhwɛ ama bibia akɔ so nti yɛmfa course no yɛmfa kakra ana okay yɛmfa kakra 0505224944 0505225578 ma memfa wei ɛwɔ ha hello 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 okay yɛbɛsɛm yɛnya issues kakra wɔ ha ɛba ɛnkɔ ɛma wo okay Eugene ɛba okay nti yɛmfa nsi a na nka yɛhwɛ sɛ yɛbɛfa mo course na mmom yɛfa yɛwɔ challenges bi ɛwɔ ha nti momfa nkyɛ da mo nyinaa mo ase yɛde dwumadie no nyinaa ɛsi a medin de AWAL MOHAMMED mote Eugene Maradona nka ɔde foreign stories ne brɛ Kofila bi the governor ɛna afei sɛ Scandi mote ɔmo nka ɛwɔ show ne so saa nso